Are we live? Are we? Oh yeah, hell.
live,
All right, we live, man. Welcome to Press Start Podcast, episode 13. Today we got a great show for you guys today. And I'm gonna go ahead and introduce the cast. First, we got Bella.
Hi. Thanks for having me on the Press Start Podcast today, Kofi. I'm Belle Rise. I'm the editor-in-chief and director of the Real Game Media Network, the brand manager at Surreal LLC, and commander-in-chief of the Awesome Clan.
Okay, and we got Rags in the building. Say what up.
Hello. I'm Rags. I got a channel here on YouTube. Just past 138,000 subs today. Lovely and jubbly. I'm a PC guy, rebuttal videos, industry stuff, that sort of thing.
Great. And we got Jack Move Johnny. Say what up, Jack.
Hey, what's poppin', everybody? It's Jack Mo, man. The guru at Giddy Up. But you can also call me your pony commissioner.
Yo, I didn't forget you this week, bro.
I know, I appreciate. Thank you.
And we got Jay Barry. Say what up, Jay Barry.
Yo, what's good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? I am a PlayStation neutral guy, so this.
Oh, there we go. I like that.
There we go.
Get a job.
I like that.
And we got, PC Master Race himself, Kev the Gamer. Say what up.
Oh, you didn't say that for me. That's nice.
I know.
I thought we would say it for you because Rags is more PC dude than I am.
I have to find a better intro for Kev, man, because he uses the word glorious a lot. So I need to come up with something better.
What?
Say what up, Kev.
What up?
That's it. That's your plug?
Yep. Hey, I've been here enough. If y'all don't know what I do and who I am.
Yeah. He's been on the podcast enough. All right, we got a new guest. Sam, say what up.
Hey, my name's Sam, or Samuel, either one, just not Sammy. I'm a gamer, I'm a writer, I'm a co-host on the Basement Radio Arcade podcast, which does go live 9 p.m. every Wednesday evening. And that's it. I just like playing games.
Yeah, man, definitely go check out Brat, man. Good podcast. Me and Jack was on there the other time with Bella.
Great podcast.
Had a great time, great discussions, just, good gaming talk. And last but not least, we got the man himself, the gaming god, Broken Jay.
Hey, guys, I'm Rags.
I keep on calling
Mr. Brett himself.
Not you, sir. Not you, sir. Not a prophet of God. Okay. Talking about me, and other than Mr. Weapon Wheel himself, Weapon Wheel Podcast. You already know. Y'all make sure y'all watch it. Also known as the Filthy Neutral God. Chairman of the.
Also known as King Loaf.
King Loaf.
I'm chairman of the Filthy Neutral Association and Coalition. So if you've been disenfranchised because you're a neutral, we got our organization.
We've already heard from the community. We're not allowed to be neutral. The same way I've already been labeled a PC dude. You've already been labeled a PlayStation dude. Regardless.
Yo, BG, man. Bland, you wants me to announce you as King Pony. You cool with that?
Ooh.
Come on now. Come on. Take Jack's title though.
Andrew is like 4 feet nothing in real life. I don't care about what that man says. I'll smack that man.
I reckon Barry, give him a run for that title.
Yo, that's the homie, man.
No,
You say you gonna smack that man muffle? Damn.
Yo, switch gang movement. You already know what it is. Yo, me and Bland, you be rolling deep out here, man.
Yeah.
Hitting niggas with bottles. We dissing the switch, man. You already know what it is, man. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start the show. The first topic I wanna get into is the PlayStation experience, PSX. I just want to go around and see what people's thoughts of the Sony showing was. So Rags, you follow console gaming a little bit?
Do I? A little bit. I actually do, because I get people all the time coming to me and telling me that consoles are the best thing ever. And if you like consoles, fair enough. But don't tell me things that are wrong. There is. I mean, I kind of have to, because you have people who are on. Well, I'm a console gamer for most of my life, actually. Xbox 360, and then I stopped, moved to PC, never looked back. But I kind of have to, because a lot of it is industry stuff. And plus, when Crap and Mooch and all them, when they run their mouths, sometimes I have to bring it up. Like the whole neutral thing. Like, I know all about that. We have to invent problems for ourselves. Mm-hmm. But I do somewhat. But now, like the award stuff, like PSX, no, not too much. Not too much.
Okay. Okay, so you didn't hear any of the announcements like Last of Us 2 Part 2?
Oh yeah, I've been tweeted. Yeah, JTech unblocks me for just long enough to tweet me pictures of The Last of Us 2 and Death Stranding, and then I can say, "Good for you. I hope your game's great." And then he blocks me again.
Oh,
So yeah, we had a good string, about 5 blocks and unblocks in about as many days.
All right,
Jack is a funny individual.
Jack, I know,
He is hilarious. I love it.
Yo, Jack, I know you were paying attention close attention to the game shown at PSX. What do you think of the PSX, man?
I thought it was great, man, but arguably the best PSX. You know, the second year of PSX was complete and utter trash. I'm not afraid to, admit that. They showed
You're
a
not
game.
a real pony.
Yeah, I know, right? But when they show games of dolphins in VR cheating on standardized tests, I gotta have an issue with that. That was last year, but this year, man, they showed a lot of great games. The most important game, of course, Last was Part 2. We could just end the podcast right now. The game is gonna be amazing. You know what I'm saying? What else they show? Ex Machina, a game I refuse to stop talking about, made by Housemark. I cannot wait to play that game. They showed Lara Croft Go. I already platinum Lara Croft Go. If you don't own Lara Croft Go, you should go and purchase it. Great game. What else did they show, man? Windjammers. Windjammers look dope. I don't even know, bro. Uncharted 4 DLC. They had something for everybody. It was a great show, bro.
Yeah,
Angelina Jolie was Lara Croft. How long ago was that?
Like 15
Oh, man,
years
that was like a
ago.
decade ago, right?
That was like 2001, bro.
Back when she was attractive. How long ago was that?
Actually, I was in high school, so that was 2001, 2002. I was still in high school.
Yo, I have to hand BG at L because I remember during the PSX he was talking mad saying that was an Uncharted showing, and he tweeted me back to say no Uncharted. So what do you have to say for yourself, BG?
That is a weak L.
Really, that's a strong L, bro.
That's a strong L, man. Because
That was clearly Uncharted, bro.
Yeah, you're talking mad reckless.
It wasn't clear. It wasn't clear.
Reckless, like you knew what game. This ain't Uncharted.
Not
I'm
getting a
veteran out
game
here.
right. I mean, that's a pretty weak L. Y'all gotta keep that.
Yo, even I was saying, I don't know if that's Uncharted because the field of view was so close.
It
makes me sick. Field of view, though.
What did y'all thought it was like? What? Come on, bro.
I thought it was like a new game, or it might be that rumored.
It even had,
I was like, yo, that's crazy.
I saw it and thought right away. Okay, I knew it was Naughty Dog. I could tell.
Yeah, you could tell by the voice actors, all that.
Yeah, you can tell by the graphics and just the art style. I knew it was definitely Naughty Dog. You know what kind of gave it away? I seen the AK. I'm like, yo, this AK resembles like something from Uncharted, like just the design of it. So as soon as I seen that, I knew. And as soon as like they initiated combat, then I'm like, yo, this is definitely Uncharted. Like what other games? Like,
yeah, once it got to combat.
When it got into the combat, I knew it. I'm like, yo, in my mind, I thought it was like Chloe the whole time, but I was actually surprised because I thought it was actually gonna be a Sam and Sully DLC. So
yeah, that was the biggest surprise.
I guess they threw us off, threw us a curveball, right? Because no curveball. I remember at the end of Uncharted, they had that little thing. So everyone thought that it was gonna be a Sam and Sully thing. So with this Nadine and Chloe thing it seems pretty interesting to me. I'm gonna enjoy the game. I feel bad for Rev, Solid Rev though, because I know he's gonna be a little bit bitter about that.
Man. Ain't he mad? I heard he was mad about having to play as Elliot in The Last of Us too.
Yeah, man.
Not a woman.
Yeah, you guys think he's gonna cave in and play it?
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
I think so too.
What's wrong with playing as Ellie?
Don't get me started.
He says it kills his immersion playing as a woman. Something to that extent.
Oh, I like staring at that ass all game. I don't mind.
Hey, that's the reason I'm excited to play as Chloe.
Yeah, I was like, fucking Guild Wars 2 hours of Char. I don't give a fuck. I'll play as
Give
anything.
me a reason to blow the dust off my PS4.
Yo, Jay Barrio, what do you think of PSX?
Yo, first of all, it was not a curveball because over there at PlayStation, they was definitely listening to your boy Jay Barry when I said I was a little disappointed that my homegirl Chloe was in the game. Okay, and now they just gave her a whole nice little DLC, which I'm very happy about. But PlayStation experience was great, man. I enjoyed it. I'm getting my sequels, Knack 2, let's go. You know what I mean? I jumped up right there, man. I ain't see nobody jump up in the crowd when Knack 2 was announced, and I'm hurt by that. But overall, it was a great show. The pacing was great. They wasn't just lumping in games and showing a horror game, then showing like some Knack 2 right after. It was flowing really well.
I'll definitely give them credit for that.
Yeah, they showed a lot of games I played too, man. Cooney 2. Like I'm saying, I'm getting a lot of the sequels that I personally enjoyed the first games, and the sequels is coming. So I'm really happy with PlayStation experience. And
Am I the only one that's still salty about no siphon filter? I still want them to bring back siphon.
That would be nice. That would be nice.
y'all wasn't really a fan of siphon filter like that, man.
Yo, no one's Sony. Yo, if you ask long enough, they'll probably revive it. Like they're actually doing a pretty good job listening to the fan base. I can't even lie, yo.
Yeah,
they're doing a good job listening to what the fans want and trying to deliver that. You know, especially when it comes to these games. You know what I'm saying?
On the gaming front, yes. On the gaming,
on the gaming front, the feature front, they could do better.
Yeah,
but the gaming front, they're definitely like giving the fans what they want. BG, yo, what did you think of PSX, man?
It was good. It was better than last year's. I mean, it was all variety of games. Everybody, something for everybody.
That too.
Quality stuff. You can't deny it. I mean, even though I seen somehow I still saw some dudes like, not that impressed. Nothing for me. I'm like, bro, they gave you like 20 games of each genre. Like, what do you mean? Like, but
Yeah, I was just impressed with the pace, and like it felt like an E3 to me, especially coming off like Jack said, the other PSX was whack. You know what I'm saying? PSX has been like lukewarm. Like let's be 100. They had like one two cool announcements in there, but it wasn't this strong. You know
what's crazy though? Real quick, nobody really pointed this out, but they did a full conference without showing any of their major hidden games that's coming out soon. You know what I'm saying? Besides, they tried to have like a little Horizon trailer, but other than that, that was like all new content.
I'll say this. This year was better than last year for sure.
Yeah,
but last year was for me. It was okay because Final Fantasy VII Remake, that crowd erupted right there. Just seeing that gameplay there. Last year.
Well, yeah, they showed a snippet of gameplay, but the reveal was at E3. Right?
Yeah,
the reveal was at E3, but they showed like a little.
We got to see the battle system. Anybody?
Yeah, we got to see. Yeah, it was an action RPG, right?
They make it into an action
RPG. Yeah. So I have to go back and watch that because I'm really intrigued.
But I agree with Jack Move what you said though. That the VR aspect of last year's show was worse.
Well, that shit was horrible, man. That's when they were throwing the frisbees and all of that garbage,
and it messed up and all that.
Yeah. Yo, Bella, what did you think of PlayStation Experience this year?
I thoroughly enjoyed it. There was so many highlights throughout it. If I'm going to go through them all, we'll be here all night. So I'll just pick my main highlight of the evening, which was the announcement between Kojima Productions and Guerrilla Games that they were creating a technical collaboration to create Death Stranding. That for me was the highlight for it because they're using game code and source code for this new engine that we really haven't had a lot of exposure for. We're seeing it come through in games like Briggs on VR and the upcoming release of Horizon Zero Dawn, but we really haven't had a great deal of exposure to this engine. But the examples that we've been given so far and the trailers that we've been shown for Death Stranding, which are shown on console, that is like to see how crisp and clear and pure they look is extremely exciting. So that for me was the highlight of PSX.
Yeah, that's good. Sam, man, what do you think of PlayStation Experience?
I mean, some of y'all have already touched on this, so I'll just kind of reiterate. For me, I think, well, number one, it was better than last year. Not like that's saying much, but it was better than last year. Number two, they had a good variety. It was like, they had all the different, well, not every single genre, but a lot of different genres and art styles covered to the point where it's like, okay, you may not like this type or you may not like fighting games or whatever, but you can find something in that lineup to be very excited about, no matter what. I mean, for me, for example, I think one of the games I'm most excited for is Dreadnought. It's a tactical fleet simulation game, and I enjoy that kind of thing. And, I haven't met anybody else who's very excited for it, but that's apart from The Last of Us 2, which I think we're all looking forward to. That's my second most favorite game that they showed at PSX.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. So overall, like I must say, the PlayStation Experience was really good this year. And this leads me to another question that I want to ask you guys. Is announcing games early really a problem? Because I've been hearing this a lot lately. Basically, a lot of people are damage controlling this conference, saying that you won't get to play these games a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years out. So is it a problem, Jack?
10 years out.
10 years out. So Jack, like just overall, is announcing games early a problem, an issue?
To me personally, not really, because like I said on various podcasts, it just matters if it's a good game or not. But it's funny that you should mention this because I don't know how I even got on this thought, this train of thought, but I had an epiphany yesterday, bro. And I was thinking about how, like, mainly Xbox gamers and Nintendo fans, they complain about when Sony show a game, oh, that's at least 2 years out, that's at least 3 years out, right? But I thought about it, and aside from Halo Wars 2, which has a release date, no Xbox game that's an exclusive has a release date, and no Wii U game Switch game has a release date. So
some companies do it way worse than others. Ubisoft, for instance, is notorious.
Think about that way for Watch Dogs, and that pissed everyone off.
Exactly.
So
I think everybody should take lead from Fallout 4. Fallout 4 did an excellent release launch.
No, they
okay. So all right, so let me ask Kev. So Kev, is really so the way how Spider-Man was announced or a game like Days Gone, do you feel like it was announced too early?
I think it was did that way to build up hype. Yes, I think they could wait. I think the way I think Fallout 4 is like the perfect example of way to do this.
Okay.
Telltale is really good at this as well. Well, they'll say, hey, we know the game is coming. We know the game is coming. You're going to see a trailer about a month before the game actually comes out. Sometimes 2 weeks.
Okay. BG, do you have a problem of the way games are announced now? Do you feel like games are announced too early?
I don't see a problem with it. I've never found an issue with release dates. The only time a release date becomes a serious problem is in cases of like The Last Guardian or Final Fantasy, but those are very rare situations. So it doesn't bother me how long a game usually takes because it's not like we be having like serious droughts. The only time we have droughts are like in the summer. So, but other than
I remember that drought in
Spider-
2014.
Yeah, 2014 was kind of bad for games. So,
yeah, sometimes there is, but
bad for consoles.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like, okay, Spider-Man doesn't come out till like, let's say 2018 or 2019 along with Days Gone. Okay, I'm still over here trying to beat 5 games to end out this year.
Exactly.
And then there's like 10 games coming out in February. I think I'll be all right.
Look, release dates are only bad for 2 type of people, and sometimes they intertwine: hype beast and people that don't play the fucking games they already got. You know what I'm saying? Like if you playing games, bro, release date shouldn't be important to you, bro.
You should treat a game that doesn't have a release date as if it doesn't exist.
You could do that, exactly.
And you shouldn't. And one of the reasons that they release these announcements so early ahead of the game's release itself is because there are a lot of people out there who are willing to put money down on pre-orders just based on an idea or a concept. So they know, hey, I can get money for this game years before it's actually done. And these suckers will still buy it no matter how shit it is or how worse it is from the original because we've already got their money. We'll just give them the skin that they'll make obsolete in 30 minutes, or we'll give them this little this one rifle to start off with, and they'll just pony up the dollars.
And on top of that, you can get most of these pre-order bonuses with the game anyway. You're just buying it.
I mean,
you buy a physical copy, and they put the pre-order bonuses on a card with a code.
The early announcement goes hand in hand with the pre-order culture. That's really detrimental to the industry.
Okay, I made this video just the other day, and the point I brought was that what would these companies really have to show us at E3, PlayStation Experience, whatever press conference, if they only showed us games that were coming in the near future, in the 6 months time, maybe only in a year time? Can you imagine how shit these conferences would be though?
Terrible.
I don't think it matters. I don't think it matters at all. Who cares if the conference is good or not if the games are better?
I don't think that's
not to do with that, but like I'm just saying, like, what do you say, Kev?
That's for them to figure out. I don't even see why we should be concerned if these conferences are good.
Exactly. Who cares? Exactly.
That's how you guys feel. You guys don't. So basically, you guys really get nothing out of E3 or like PSX. Or
I like it.
I mean,
I like them.
I only
but if they went away, I wouldn't shed a tear.
Because you PC mans, that's why, man.
But you also got to remember, E3 is technically for the media. They're not even really for the fans. Like
it's for investors.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
don't forget how
look at we've been working on with your money.
Showing at E3 this year.
Oh, okay.
I liked what I saw. It was not that but at the same time, you're showing me something. I like this game. Now it's like, oh shit, this game ain't coming out for 3 years.
Yeah.
So it might as well not exist.
Yeah, as
Okay.
long as you just as long as you were just level-headed and say, "Huh, this game will be out eventually," then I mean, as long as you don't act on it,
Yo,
it's
you-
like
you
I'm
know what's-
slapping down. Here's a pre-order because you showed me a trailer of definitely won't be representative of what's in the game because history is a thing.
Watch Dogs.
So yeah, exactly. Watch
Mhm.
Dogs and Ubisoft. Ubisoft. If you pre-order Ubisoft games based on a trailer,
You're an idiot.
Like really? Yeah, you're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Yeah, because like I feel like where people what people have a problem with is when the game is showed multiple times at events. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe
What's
that,
that one
that
Xbox
I could
game I'm
understand.
thinking of?
I could understand that. You know what I'm saying? Like the game showed like every single damn E3 until like it drops. But I don't have a problem if they announce the game, they show a trailer, and maybe not talk about it for like a 1-2 press conferences and bring it back. I don't see no problem.
Yeah,
with it.
yeah.
Yeah, as long as people don't go
Yeah.
ape shit over it.
There's this one Xbox game I can't think of. The one with the dragon. The one with the dude in the dragon.
Oh, Scalebound.
That showed like every single conference like Microsoft has had. Maybe that's the problem. Like I
They
could
just
see.
showed it
I
for
could see.
4 years.
Mhm.
4 years
And I
they've been
think-
showing it. Like, where the hell is this game?
And it goes into as well. Companies will try to set release dates that are kind of when there's a lot of games that come out for every system. It's just an industry thing at this point that should have
Yeah.
had more time to bake.
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
nowadays we expect day one patches for games, and you're like, okay, well, that why? Just
Yeah.
delay it a week, like Space Hulk Deathwing. I'm looking forward to that game coming out.
Isn't that coming out tomorrow?
The 15th, I think they delayed it by they originally delayed it to November or the December 9th, and they pushed it back another 6 days or so. And so I'm like, that's fine. I was like, I don't care. I've got so many games to play. I don't care if I have to wait an extra week for this one game. If they use that week to polish it up and make it better, because I mean, I'm not on the edge of my seat whenever these games come out because I have too much shit to play right now.
I'm just tired of them releasing broken games. Like, I'm still
Yep.
hurting from the Master Chief Collection.
Oh,
Master Chief
oh,
Collection
man.
did it for me
Oh,
for
yeah.
pre-orders. I was done with pre-orders. At that point, I was.
I
On my
can't
second
lie, yo.
Xbox One.
That
It was
collection
the
got a
only
little
reason
bit
I had it.
depressing. Yeah, that shit depressed me because I
It
actually
was
thought that was
Battlefield 4 that killed it for me.
I thought that shit was gonna come out perfect. That shit actually depressed me because I was hype as shit for Master Chief Collection. Bella, but
How do you fuck up games that have been out for that many years?
Bella, let's get your thoughts on these games being announced. Too early discussion. What do you think about all of this?
Look, there is a market for people who want to know about what will and won't be coming out in the future because that is going to dictate what platform they may buy or whether they're going to continue to play on a certain platform or move on to another. So I can understand people wanting to know about games that will potentially be coming out in 2 or 3 years' time. I think from a gamer point of view, though, for me, knowing about a game several years before it comes out actually kills the hype of it for me, and it allows for too many people to dissect every little piece of information that comes out about it. So it kind of taints that fresh shininess that a game is going to have when, like, for example, there have been games like Fallout 4 is the way Bethesda do things. A brilliant example with Fallout 4, they announced it, and hang on, it's going to be out in 2 months. Like, there was none of this.
Works.
That's right. There was none of this, 3 or 4 years worth of, we're developing it. Here's a trailer. Here's the engine we're using. Here's some screenshots. Here's, some detail about the multiplayer aspect or whatever it was. Like there was none of that given for the community to be able to dissect and break down. And so we didn't have what should have been this amazing hype of, oh my God, this really cool game that I'm really interested in is coming out really soon. And you finally get your hands on it and you sit down like a kid at Christmas with your game.
And then you're like,
When we have
it's Fallout 4.
Fallout 4 was amazing. Shut up. But there's just, when we have games that are announced too early out, we get that taken away from us. And I think that is one of the most majestic things about being a gamer is having so much excitement to sit down in front of your console with a new game that you don't know a great deal about, except you like the genre, that the developers are people who make games that you like with a battle system that you trust or whatever it might be. When games are announced too early and there's too much information provided too early on, it diminishes that.
Okay.
I can't even trust some of these developers either. Like,
You
I'm a
shouldn't.
huge I'm a huge fan of the Mass Effect trilogy. So I'm looking at Andromeda sideways though. Like, this don't
I'm the
look like what I
exact
played
same
before.
way.
Yo, so Sam, what do you think about this?
I've made my opinion known before. In a perfect world, every game would be released Fallout 4 style.
Mhm.
Every big AAA would, anyways. I think Bella kind of hit several points on the head. I think the fact is we're already busy enough with, all of us have backlogs, right? And if you say you don't, you're a liar. There are games that we all want to play that we haven't been able to get to yet. So why should we be eagerly looking forward to what's coming down the pipeline 3 or 4 years that may or may not get changed and may or may not get canceled? I mean, I know it's extreme, but look at The Last Guardian, Final Fantasy 15. Those are just now coming out. Duke Nukem was salvaged and scrapped for years on end before it became an abomination of its former self, and there's other examples out there. Aliens Colonial Marines. Do I even really need to get into what a disaster that was after it finally came out, swapping from studio to studio? Just focus on what we're getting right now, and then, 6 months down the line, there'll be another game to play, and you can move on to that.
All right, I feel you on that. All right, so let's move on to the next topic. The PS4 won NPD, and Sony announced they have 50 million consoles sold. So, Jay Barry, man, is PlayStation killing it right now, man?
I mean, PlayStation been killing it all year, basically.
All 3 years.
All 22 years.
But yeah, this NPD shouldn't be any surprise to anybody. I don't know how anybody gets shocked.
Yo, but apparently it was close. That's what I hear.
It was only 100,000. Only 100,000.
That's not a lot though. You know that. It's only 10%.
That's crazy. But yeah.
Well, remember the Black Friday stalkers? They were shocked.
Jesus.
Yeah.
But the shelves, there were pictures.
Oh yeah. Like enough mans must have been salty because I seen a lot of pictures of pallets, stacked high PS4s, but it turns out the PS4 came true. And I don't know if you guys heard, but the Xbox One S is getting a temporary price cut. So I don't know, maybe Jack, this might be your time, bro.
I'm good, bro. No, it's $200 right now with Gears 4. Like,
yo, Jack, this may be your time. Why not, bro?
No, I could buy like 4 Xbox Ones right now. I'm good, bro. I can't do it, fam.
They dropped the Xbox to 200 now.
Yeah, with Gears.
Like, please take it, please. We need people to have these.
Like, I swear to God, if the Xbox One was $50, Jack move would.
I'd be like, I'm good, fam. Just get it to like a homeless person, bro.
What was it? I saw it online. There was a kid like, right around launch. He won an Xbox One and looked pissed. That'd be Jack.
Oh, I think I seen that. Yeah, he was just like, oh yeah, like thanks, goddamn.
I know kid.
Yeah. So, Microsoft dropped the prices. Apparently, it's temporary, so it's gonna go back up. What's the call? Do you think with this price cut, Microsoft's gonna win NPD in December?
No,
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's possible, but I think
not globally.
Well, Sony had a price cut too, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they have a price cut going on right now.
The Uncharted bundle. No, they continued the Black Friday deal.
Yeah.
The Slim.
Okay, I feel you.
There's a Black Friday deal on the PS Slim. What's going on with that?
Yeah, it was like the $250 with Uncharted, and I think now you can get like Skyrim with it too, depending on the retailer. So you get like 2 games, and the Slim for like $250.
Okay. That's not bad. I know Kevin Rags gonna get a kick out of this one. Phil Spencer says the Xbox Scorpio won't compete with high-end PCs, and this is pretty damn obvious.
Shocking, literally nobody.
This is pretty damn obvious. I know, like, some of the Xbox fanboys have been running around, putting 4K in their names and shit.
Look, yeah, that stupid Scorpio M. Look, if they're putting all their eggs into the Scorpio basket, and they have been doing that for like 2 years now. Like we're still a year away from the Scorpio.
Yeah, I know that's a crazy.
We're still a year away.
At least a year away.
Yeah, so it's like holiday 2017.
Let's remember what I said before when they announced it. Oh yeah, it's gonna be 4K, and I'm like, yeah, it might be powerful like right now, but they're using hardware from
they're comparing it to
modern.
modern
It's gonna be low end shit that we're gonna have in a year and a half. Oh no,
by now, like
it's gonna be low end by then.
GPU,
which they've been doing, man. I mean, you can get $150 GPUs now that you can put into your computer. You don't need an extra power supply unit for it, and it'll outperform a console. It's like every day that goes by, PC gaming gets cheaper and more powerful and more efficient, easier to do.
I saw this video the other day. Dude had a GPU from like 2006 that performed on par with the PS4.
Yeah, that shit lasts. This whole you have to upgrade every 5 seconds.
But it was like a GTX like 260 or 360. It was on par with the PS4.
Going back to the Renaissance age.
Yeah, we actually had a pretty good discussion on Brap. Shout out to Brap, Basement Radio Arcade podcast about when the PS 5 will be dropping, and me and Bella, went at it a little bit. She believes it's coming out sooner than later.
It's got to. That's if she said that, I'll probably agree with her.
I just want to hear your guys' thoughts, BG. When do you think the PlayStation 5 will drop? Like, what's your predictions?
I think we'll just hear about it 2020 and then come out 2021.
Boom. That's exactly what I said.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And your reasoning, BG? Can I ask that? What's the reasoning?
They want to get some of these. I'm just doing it based on like the release date of some of the latest games that we know about, like Days Gone.
Mm-hmm.
Those are probably going to come out like 2018, 19. And, we start hearing the rumblings about those things. And once the rumblings start, it either comes out like a year or 2 years after. Like, I feel like PS5 would overshadow a lot of the things they've been working on now if you release it this soon. Like, what was the point of the PS Pro? Like, if you release a PS5 in 2018 or 19, what was the point of the PS Pro?
I know.
You really could have just waited.
But based on that argument, what's the point of an Xbox One S when the Scorpio is coming out next year? Like, it's the same argument.
But Xbox don't do generations no more, though.
Yeah, but making a Slim is nothing new. We've been getting Slim since freaking PS1.
The Slim is more efficient hardware.
That's nothing.
Usually.
Yeah, that's nothing. So the Xbox One S argument is kind of doesn't work there because it's just a redesign. It's not like a whole new console that's really doing.
Well, the whole reason that they even have Slims and PS4 Pros and Scorpios is because technology is progressing too fast to where you can't have these massive gaps in between generations anymore.
I understand, but do you think consumers want to switch hardware every 2-3 years? Do you actually believe console gamers want to do that?
I think that there's a lot of people who just haven't bought consoles or who have one but not the other. I mean, there's definitely. I'd say I'm not going to say there's not a market for it, but it's just as simple. I think it really is as simple as as time progresses, games get better, faster, and we need better hardware to run them, or they're going to keep running like garbage. Like Fallout 4 on consoles. Look at that.
No, that's a bad example. But I do agree with you. The technology is evolving too quickly.
So we can't like with a 360 that generation. It was like 10 years.
Because I believe the regular folk don't want to have to buy a new console every 2 or 3 years. They don't want to. Because I know mans are still rolling on the OG PS4 and Xbox One, and they're happy. They just want to play these games that are dropping. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's how most people are. I don't think most people really give a shit about the game playing like shit. If they did, they wouldn't play on console.
Mm-hmm. So Jack Movio, what do you feel about this, man?
Basically everything BG and y'all said, man. 2020, the earliest it'll get announced. 2021 release date. It just makes sense, bro. Like, it's too many. Like y'all said, bro, like they not finna show out. They not Nintendo, bro. They not finna show you a game that look, as Kevin would say, glorious, and then be like, oh, guess what? That's a PS5 game. Now, I know we promised it for the PS4, but go fuck yourself. They not finna do the Nintendo, man. So it's gonna be 2021.
Studios are like releasing or just about to release their first game this generation. Like that, isn't that Santa Monica's first big game?
Yeah.
Like they published others
I could
order, but just their first game they're releasing.
Yeah, I could understand if Microsoft dropped the Scorpio and it's putting pressure on PlayStation to drop the PS5 because they see, a change in the market and stuff like that. I could see them dropping it early because of that. But look, the PlayStation 4 is absolutely killing it right now. It's the popular thing to have. Why in the hell will they drop the PS5 in 2019, 2020? Especially when some of these games like BG are saying are going to come out those years too. You know what I'm saying?
How are you putting pressure on Sony when you 30 million in that?
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. So if the Scorpio comes out and it's not putting no pressure on the PS4 and the PS4 Pro, then what's your rush to drop PS5 so soon?
There ain't no rush.
Yeah, exactly.
There ain't no rush. That's what I'm trying to say. There ain't no rush. So I feel like they're gonna ride it. They're gonna ride this wave.
Like devs care about power, no doubt, but they gonna also go with all the people
install base.
Play the PlayStation, so it's gonna stay the same, man.
Yo, because let's say another how much PlayStation 4 do you think will be sold before the Scorpio drops? Like what would you estimate?
Probably 52, 53 at least, right?
Jeez, you think
they're at 50 right now?
Well, they're at 50 in 3 years, so another year.
What do you guys think? What would you estimate? Just a ballpark.
Maybe about 4 or
estimation.
5, I guess, right?
I think next year is gonna be a huge year for PlayStation.
You think so?
If they live up to those games that's coming.
Oh, but
think
remember,
we already
but there's going to be a third contender next year that we didn't have before.
The Nintendo Switch gang. We'll get into that. But Bella, you wanna like just go over your reasoning why you think because last time we talked, you think the PlayStation 5 is gonna at least come out in 2018.
I think we'll see an announcement at least as early as 2018 with a release probably around no later than 2019. And I mean, you and I are probably going to end up having this conversation / argument 4 or 5 times. So just bookmark every single time that we have it and that I say the exact same thing. So that in the future, we can come back and we can have a whole podcast dedicated to me saying, I fucking told you so. But outside of that, the reason, look, I think that there's going to be an issue with there being not a great deal of people adopting the Scorpio early on. There will be the hardcore gamer market that will go out and buy this console early on. I mean, I will go and buy it early on. It's what I do. I always upgrade my consoles as soon as a new one comes out, even if it's just a slim and a slight upgrade, because I like to have the best of what is available for gaming. And there is a certain... PC?
I knew somebody.
I do have PC as well. You just go and presume and shit, aren't you? I do have a PC.
Because we don't want to play roller coaster all day.
The frames are too high.
All the frames.
Anyway, as I was saying, I believe that there will only be a small community, portion of the community that will actually go and buy the console to begin with, and so PlayStation is going to identify that there is a very large gap in the market that they can fill with a new console. With people looking at it, going, "Well, there's a new console in the market. It's 4K. It's apparently native. We don't know." I believe that that's going to be the prime time for Sony to be able to walk into the market and go, "Well, hang on. We've got this console that's got slightly better specs than the Scorpio, that does everything slightly better than the Scorpio, and it's slightly cheaper than the Scorpio."
But they're already saying that for
no. But wait a minute. Why would they do that if they got they got the leeway to hold off a couple of years and be like, this is way better than the Scorpio. This is 9th generation we talking about, or 10th or whatever.
But because they've already been developing this console for years.
Of course. But it hasn't been in production yet. They can always go back and switch some parts out though.
Listen, man, all I got to say, I don't want to sound like a fanboy because I am a PlayStation neutral. If PlayStation, they have that third-party deal with Red Dead. If they have a Red Dead bundle, people going to forget about that Scorpio.
Facts. Now, that's facts.
But this whole 4K thing, even though we all of us in the know that the PlayStation 4 Pro is doing bootleg 4K, only a few games are actually really native 4K. You know what I'm saying? Yo, J-Bar, it is what it is. It is what it is. But PlayStation, their whole marketing scheme is still, calling it 4K. So if they release another PS5 and say it's 4K, will it like really make a difference? Because they're marketing the Pro as a 4K device.
Wait a minute, the PS4 is. Wait a minute, I saw an Xbox One commercial where they said the Xbox One is the only 4K console. You sure about that?
Yeah, it is a 4K capable console, but there are no 4K experiences available on it as far as actual games that have been developed specifically for that as of yet, unless there's like just 1 or 2 that I don't know of yet. But there are games that have been upscaled, but none of that have been made native for 4K on the Xbox One S as of yet.
I don't think PlayStation is marketing 4K like that. I don't see.
Let the Xbox team marketing
4K
team do their job, man. They just doing their job.
Yeah, 4K for the sales
teraflops, right? Everybody was running around social media for weeks on end about, Scorpio's going to have 6 teraflops. Son, do you even know what a freaking teraflop is?
Quick shout out. Yo, we got our Press Start podcast history real quick. Our first 100 people watching.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Rags. Thanks.
What up, everybody? What's going on?
Yeah, what's going on? Now niggas out the dip.
Now niggas. Why you say something, bro? Look at you, man.
Let me open a new tab.
The dislikes gonna come now.
Yeah, now yo, dudes on the internet are savages. That's one thing I learned, bro. Like dudes.
Yes.
Yo, let me tell you something real quick before we continue. Like Kojima posted like a tweet that he got an Xbox One or some shit like that. Who's seen that tweet?
Now Kojima's a dirty neutral,
right? Yo, so taking it, the comment right below that was like, "Yo, Kojima, get off that trash console." Yo, and enough mans were crying and triggered. Yo, I was just dying. Like, yo, this guy got mad.
said they got over 100 exclusives. I was like, oh snap! I need to check this out. I was
Man,
like,
you want to buy another one?
I also remember a year ago I pissed off the Xbox Mafia on Twitter because they said all the top 10 games. This is 2015, mind you, were Xbox One exclusive, and they weren't. Like there were a couple. I don't even think there were even one or two that were in the top 10.
Best lineup.
The thing is, I don't even like get mad at Microsoft or because all companies do this. They all fluff up their shit, yo. It's nothing new. So I don't get triggered.
But companies don't lie about shit be easily proven like that, though. Like, god damn.
Yeah, like at least you go lie, be selective.
Exactly.
Those 100
call
exclusives
upscale 4K.
Yeah. Sony's doing the
Y'all
same
gonna trigger ranks. What's gonna happen? Y'all gonna lie, Rags gonna make a video about your ass.
We gotta keep it.
I'll do it.
Let's keep it 100.
I have movie maker. I will use it.
Microsoft saying they got 100 exclusives, the same shit. Sony going around saying their shit is in 4K.
I mean, they saying upscale. They'll tell you upscale though.
Kofi, we gotta adjust that, Kofi. We gotta adjust that because we gotta be very neutral when it comes to PlayStation. PlayStation's not really marketing 4K like that only outside of the 4K streaming. They don't say that with their games like that.
What are you talking? Nah, bro. Even
but they don't. They don't
commercials saying that they got 4K gaming. You don't see it. They talk about
and they don't say native if it's not native either. Like,
they don't say
but they'll tell you 4K. Even using the word 4K is really
look at the box on the Pro. It don't say 4K gaming.
No, but listen, check this out though. Hey, all y'all Microsoft dudes, y'all better get comfortable with their goddamn checkerboard rendering y'all goddamn. So that's all I need to tell y'all.
Yeah. I believe the Scorpio is gonna do checkerboard rendering.
Yeah, of course.
Checkerboard rendering, that shit's been around forever. That's just anti-aliasing, bro. That's all it is.
Like I believe they'll deliver their promise with first party games. Like I'll come out and say I believe they'll deliver their promise with first party games being native 4K. But you can't control these third party devs though. You know these third party devs are definitely going to be using that checkerboard shit. Yo,
and there's nothing wrong with that. Like
yeah. So it is what it is, man. If you want true native 4K, high fidelity gaming, you already know where to go.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, does it really matter if one is slightly better than the other when it comes down to, like, we're talking about one has 100 exclusives, for example. What does it matter if one has more exclusive than the other? If out of those 100 exclusives, there's only 3 that goddamn will interest you. Like, play the console that has the games that interest you. And if both consoles have games that interest you, then play both. If you can't afford to, then pick the one that has the most exclusives that interests you more. It may end up being the one that isn't slightly as good as the other one, but they're still bloody both phenomenal consoles. They're great gaming experiences. I don't understand why people keep sitting down and picking apart that this piece of technology has a slightly better rendering system than this and that and the other. It doesn't matter. They're both great. Play the game, not the console.
Play the games they held hostage, so you buy the
I feel Bella. She's about her games. I feel you. All right, so I have to get at Jay Barry real quick.
Ooh,
hold on.
Jay Barry, I'm calling you to the front real quick.
Okay.
In recent video I seen, shout out to Kid Smooth. He says, or he's asking the question: is PlayStation VR a flop? Jay Barry, what would you have to say to Kid Smooth right now, bro?
Listen, I think people don't follow the context of when these news articles come out and all that stuff, because everybody keep going back to this whole forecast of what is it, 1.6 or something like that.
No,
million?
2
whatever. That wasn't Sony that said that, guys. That was a marketing company that followed, or they forecast these projected sales. That's not Sony. And Sony is the people that said that this is going to be a slow burn for VR. That's why they're not really marketing VR as far as competition with Oculus or Vive and all that stuff. They're working together and all that stuff. You know what I mean? So everybody's saying it's a failure. I don't see how when they're already saying that it's going to be a slow burn.
But you know what's crazy though? Like I said on Twitter, not only is that an estimate, there was never any numbers released. So they going off an estimate of how much they assumed that they shipped and how much they assumed that they sold. So
we know how much they sold for November.
Not PSVR.
Yes, we do. I wrote an article on it.
Yeah, didn't they sell like 600 or something?
Okay, well, look. Okay, how about this? They're going off an assumption of how much they assume they shipped out, and they're going off of how much it actually sold in November. So either way, they don't know what the fuck is going on with these numbers, bro. And like I said on Twitter, if you go by what you know that shit, and you say VG charts is irrelevant and you don't respect it, I don't understand how you do that. I just don't understand.
And the thing is, too, people got to look at Sony also came out and said that is supply constraints with VR. If you go to look at right now, you're not going to see like the launch bundle. You might see like a core bundle. Nobody getting the core bundle. You know what I mean? You might see like one or two.
Yo, in my Walmart, yo, we got bare VRs, but we don't got the bundle though. I'll give you that. The bundle with the shit's gone, but we got bare VRs though in my Walmart. That's
I think I seen a bundle at Best Buy.
If it was doing better than they thought it would, they would be singing it from the mountaintops, and everybody.
That's definitely true, right? Because Sony's known for like, you know,
problem shit.
Coming
Remember,
out
we've got
talking
50
shit.
million PlayStation 4 sold, and that they're talking about these pre-orders are in the hundreds of thousands, not the millions. It seems.
So let's quickly talk about the state of VR. Do you think it will catch on, or do you think it won't catch on? I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I think it's gonna.
Dean Hall, who made DayZ, he did an article not too long ago talking about it, and I think it's going to come down to you can't segment the market, so you don't need to have VR exclusive games, because I don't think the number of VRs that are out there is going to supplement those games. You're going to have to subsidize them or something. You've got to make games that we've got really good with VR.
With VR, okay, yeah.
But that's a double-edged sword right there too. A lot of people's gonna be like, why do I need to get this product if they don't have specific games for this product?
Well, that's right, Barry, because like we want to be able to play something that's been built from the ground up for the VR device. And you know, the amount of times that I've heard people going on about how they think VR is trash and the games aren't good, and I'm like, when's the last time you tried it? Oh, I just saw something on YouTube. Like, get the fuck out of here! I'm so sick to death of people talking about VR that haven't even tried it yet. Barry and I both know, like, we've both got the PSVR and we play that stuff together all the time. Like Rigs, we absolutely love a game on there called Rigs. We're playing it with the developers this week, actually. Like, Rigs is one of the most amazing games that I've ever played in my entire life. The only thing that gets me off Final Fantasy 15 right now is Rigs. It is a freaking phenomenal game, and the device is really great. Yes, it may have some resolution issues, but it's very young. We need to allow for more people to become early adopters of this device, to put some momentum behind it so that it actually does allow for the price to come down to make it more achievable to get into more homes so that it can become more widespread.
It sounds like it's putting risk on the consumer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
only putting risk on the people that are paying like primo price, which we already did. So, you know, you can thank us all later when it comes down in price.
Thank you for beta testing.
That's my biggest issue. I do think the price is a little high for the product. You know,
fam, over here in Canada, no one's buying that shit. You know why? Because the shit is like $500 for real. Like over here in like things.
Oh, a whole $500? I had to pay $1,000 in
Australia. I would have paid that.
You can't argue with the Aussie on this one.
Yeah. Because they pay a lot.
They pay for everything.
I've sunk like $1,600 into my PSVR so far, and I don't regret a cent of it.
Oh, that's crazy.
You also got to look at the current ratio. What's
everything is
500? That's what in American? That's like what 360. You know, a lot of people say that, right? Yeah, a lot of people say that for Canada, but Canada. I mean, when you convert it, it's not so far off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think if I put over $1, what I get back? Like, it's like $1.75 or $1 something that I would get back in Canadian money. So it's almost like $2, right? Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it costs us like $1.20 for $1 USD.
I never really understood that when Canadians were like, I paid this in Canadian. But
they don't understand the conversion rate. Yeah.
Conversion rate's a bitch. I have a concern about VR exclusives. Well, this is kind of my thoughts on exclusivity in general. Game budgets are so high. Can we really afford to keep sustaining the practice of exclusives? This is
Kev, you just want to play all games.
I mean, they be paying for them.
It got nothing to do with my PC. Like, I never really felt the sting of exclusives until The Last of Us came out, because I didn't have a PS3 at the time. I saw it and I wanted to play it. I didn't even consider exclusivity.
It does hurt when an exclusive comes out and it's not on the console that you have, and it looks like amazing, like The Last of Us, for example. I don't necessarily agree full-heartedly in the exercise of exclusive, because I do want to be able to play it with any of us who have two consoles, we have friend bases on both, and we don't like being divided between them when we get really captivated into a major game. Like for me, for example, I'm 111 hours in a Final Fantasy 15. All of my friends on Xbox are like, are you still alive? So you do kind of get divided against your friend base when it comes to an exclusive like that.
Well, even beyond that, like think about the numbers Uncharted 4 could have done if it was on everything.
But to check this out though,
What?
right? Look, real quick. Complaining about a game being exclusive is like going to the Reebok store and saying, "Why the fuck y'all don't sell Jordans, man? Why I can't buy Adidas?" Like, bruh, exclusive.
Well, see,
gives
I understand.
I don't think that's a fair comparison.
I mean, it gives identity to things. Is what I'm saying.
I didn't say that it was like I don't understand why they do it. I just said I don't necessarily like it, and can we sustain these big budget games without the
I believe
whole
we can,
audience, demon audience
particularly with the larger franchises. And whilst those of us who want to be able to play anything on, if we only own the PS4, we want to be able to play Gears, oh, well, boohoo, we can't. Whatever game it might be. The reason that exclusives need to continue to exist is because we need that these two major corporations to have competition against each other.
Wrong.
We need them to have things that draw them to.
I do too.
Vehemently disagree.
You
do not need.
You can disagree as much as you
exclusive.
want. I don't care, but we need for the competition to be valid. We need for them to
You don't need
push it
exclusives to have
forward.
competition be valid.
Exactly. No other piece of electronic device out there competes by withholding content. They say,
if
we
you
have
need
this
exclusives-
feature,
Why is the
feature.
Xbox still selling? If it can't, why is the Xbox still
Then
selling?
because consoles should sit. Well, we can go back to 2013 for your answer. But if you want to
Yeah,
look
why
at
didn't
if
Xbox
you want to go
do
look
it?
at exclusives, if you need exclusives for competition, someone needs to let AMD and Nvidia know because clearly they didn't get the message.
Wait,
But-
you
And
said
I
no other
understand that. And I
benefit.
did start
Leader
off by
market.
saying that I don't agree with exclusives and I don't like them, but that is why that they are imperative. And I just talked over Sam twice. I'm sorry, Sam. What were you saying?
It's okay.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just that this whole argument is complete malarkey. We've had format wars forever. That's why we had HD, DVD, and Blu-ray.
Hey,
Exclusives
that's
are
true,
what
that's
drive.
Just because they're old doesn't mean they're good.
No, not necessarily, because there are some virtues of capitalism that are simply necessary, simply speaking, as an engineer, to move technology forward, to get the power wall moving, if that makes any sense at all. Because if you don't have that, if you don't have this sense of we can provide something that our competitors can't, then you have no reason to innovate. That's
That is true.
So
That's why whoever is on top is always behind.
compete based on services and specs and appealing to the consumer instead of holding things hostage from everyone else. When it's
Nintendo's
basically,
been innovating for
If
what,
it's something
20
they're
years?
developing
It hasn't
in-house,
been
in
much for Nintendo
studio,
at all.
But like, if everybody offered the exact same thing, like, why would you buy anything? I just don't-
because, like I said, you have to compete based on services. You have to compete based on specs.
I understand that, but if PlayStation and Xbox already got pretty much the same services, like, what would differentiate them? Like,
Which one is better?
I mean,
This
that's
doesn't
just wrong.
How much time do you expect the
It
average
applies to
consumer
cell
to
phones.
spend at a register going through all of these different things? So this is why they appeal to the lowest common denominator by having exclusive content and exclusive games, as opposed to expecting people to go through all of these major processes of, well, what service do I get? How often is maintenance happening? What free games am I going to get for the year? Nobody wants to spend an hour going through that. Like people who are like really into their games, yes, of course we'll do that. But the average consumer doesn't want to do that. They just want to have a look at it and go, well, I want to play that game. It's on that console, so I'll buy that console. It's just the way that it is. The other major argument, though, about whether exclusives need to continue or not is I genuinely believe that they do, because when a development studio focuses all of their resources and all of their technology on developing for one specific piece of technology, you end up with a much better deliverable.
Listen, I'm gonna boil this down real simple. Kev just wants to play everything on this PC. That's all.
That is-
That's what everybody always says.
let me speak.
It has everything to do with that. It's just that you don't want to have a console, and I understand. I have a
I don't have a
PC.
problem with consoles. I
Bruh.
legitimately don't.
Bruh. If
I have
bruh,
a problem with the bullshit that console players say
Bruh,
about
you would
PCs.
rather
They're not
just be able to
consoles
play
themselves.
everything on your PC. That's what it is. It's
You'd
okay.
rather
I
be able to play
understand.
everything on your Xbox or PlayStation.
Like
I
that's
honestly
okay.
think without exclusives, gaming would die. I'm being honest.
Like I got two 980 Ti's, and like it would make sense for me to like want everything available to use those for, but that's not the way it is. But so
Yeah, man. But okay, the way I feel about this, I feel like, although like the practice, it seems like, it's not good for the consumer, but I think we need them. It differentiates the consoles. I feel like we need exclusives just for that sole reason, or there'll be two alike.
That don't even make sense though. Like, it being bad for the consumer. So Xbox should say, "Oh, we got Halo, but let's get them a reason to not even have to buy our system to get it. Like, that don't even make sense. Why do they care? Like, they want you to buy an Xbox, so they're gonna keep it exclusive. Like,
That's what I mean, Jack. That's what I mean.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So I don't get it.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Exclusives, a lot of things wouldn't exist.
That's
Like,
what I'm saying. Like,
you realize like conventions and like that the media and gamers go to, they wouldn't exist without exclusives.
Yeah, but without exclusives, they might a monopoly might surface, with one of these parties, and that might be the scariest thing, right? Maybe like if there was no exclusives, then Sony would have all.
If exclusives didn't exist, they'd just come out with something crazier that would really fuck everybody off to where like it'd just be crazy, bro. Like, in my opinion, let me say that.
Yeah, it might be. I think it is important for the industry to have exclusives. The gaming industry. That's what I think.
The gaming industry is the only electronic industry that has exclusives like this.
I don't know if, but what about phones? Like, the only reason like it doesn't exist in other industries so much is because they don't hold the rights to it. Like, you don't think if Samsung like themselves invented something that was like groundbreaking, you don't think like they would just hold on to the rights to it and not really give it to their competitors? They wouldn't give it up to their competitors. They wouldn't. It's because most of these phone companies or technology companies, they're not the ones who invent the features. They just use them.
Right, which goes back to, and I get what you're saying, like, and I get the argument when it comes to first party. I'm thinking more about third party. Third party one's really
okay. Third party exclusive.
First party makes more sense.
Third
party,
that's
I mean, if you ask the devs if they want to release to this broader market or a much smaller one, well, if it's bad for the developers, good for the industry, bad for the developers. And besides, even if we had a world that didn't have exclusives, to say that there would be only one console would be ludicrous, because if there are no exclusives, then anybody can build hardware to run all the games. And then it would be competition between hardware and services and all that.
Well, let's remember TV. The most, at launch at least, one of the biggest things that made the Xbox One different, that, nobody ignored, but at least they were trying to do something different. They were trying to innovate.
All right, so that was a nice debate. So now let's move on, proceed with the show. We're going to talk about, the Nintendo Switch.
Ew.
The what?
I knew that was coming. I was surprised it came from Jack, not BG. Yo, BG always has something to say about the Switch, bro. Like,
y'all really
BG gonna buy one though.
Listen, y'all drinking the Kool-Aid before he even promised y'all no. Listen, this is the craziest thing I've ever heard. The situation with the Switch, right? This is practically like the equivalent to dudes drinking Jim Jones Kool-Aid before he even promised y'all anything.
Yo,
like, this is exactly what y'all is claiming Switch gang. Yo, Nintendo ain't even say like, yo, y'all gonna get like, the 40 virgins in heaven. They ain't give y'all nothing.
Hey, BG, you gonna buy one?
Nothing.
Hey, BG, you gonna buy one?
BG's gonna get one.
About all that.
You're gonna get one because the shit is fire.
But here's the thing: if I get one, it's gonna be because of what they've proven and shown me. Y'all already drinking the Kool-Aid. They didn't give y'all virgin, y'all land, nothing.
BG's already part of Switch gang. He doesn't even know it, yo. He doesn't even know. He's already.
They had another piece of bread to that bag.
Switch gonna be dog shit, and y'all gonna be mad.
All right, yo. So Nintendo, just the rumors that have been coming out are just so good. Like,
why this is the last topic though?
This is not the last topic. We got more. All right, so the Nintendo Switch is getting GameCube Virtual Console. A lot of people have been asking that. It's rumored. What do you guys think about that?
How revolutionary! I wish I had something like that.
It's irrelevant. Who cares?
All right, so everyone thinks that's whack here.
How is that news though?
I love the GameCube.
Yo, Kev, tell them how we play GameCube games on emulator on PC. Just let them know.
Yeah, that's some bullshit. Cause some emulators run like shit, bro. Even
okay.
The PlayStation ones, from what I've seen, definitely run like trash. The GameCube ones don't run bad.
They run like they're on a PlayStation.
Ones, you got to go through a lot of steps to get.
Yeah, like I remember I downloaded a Dreamcast emulator on my PC, and that shit was running like garbage.
Nintendo emulators always ran the best.
Yeah.
So wait a minute.
All right, so BG, that announcement irrelevant, basically.
It's irrelevant because I don't go back and play old games anyway if they're not remastered. So
all right. Also, From Software, apparently got Dark Souls 3 running on the Nintendo Switch. What do you think about that?
And which one of these Nintendo dudes going to play Dark Souls? Who?
Yo,
Where?
Dark Souls, yo, you never do
I'm gonna play another Death Ball.
pre-order that shit, bro. What do you mean?
Right. A Nintendo
All right, little
fan
Timmy,
playing
you've
Dark
beaten Mario.
Souls.
Now it's time for
Nintendo
Dark
Ultra is
Souls
gonna be the only
3.
person that buy that. Like,
Man, the death
Man.
counter when we see one of these Nintendo dudes playing Dark Souls.
All right, yo,
looks
so what does
awesome.
it say about the Nintendo Switch power, though? What do you guys think? What does it say about the power? That
Nothing.
What do we
It's-
know?
it's-
a current gen game like Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3 don't look that good though, right?
Nah, it
Dark
looks
Souls
great.
3 looks really good.
Oh, I do. Okay, I ain't never seen it in
So,
person.
yo,
so I
so
don't know.
Rag, so what do you have to say about this? What do you
Well,
think about
the
Dark Souls 3
Switch-
running on the Switch?
I think, well, if they can get Fallout 4 to run on an Xbox, you can get anything to run on anything.
Oh, my
Exactly. That doesn't mean it's going. That don't mean it's going to look good or perform well. It means
Yeah,
it
it
can
just
run.
runs.
I mean,
Yeah.
Dark Souls will run on a toaster. Come on now.
Oh my god, the disrespect, bro.
I mean, you don't need that. I mean, you don't need to see that far in Dark Souls. So
Okay,
let's just put fog everywhere and lower the distance.
Let's be
you
real.
can see.
If they get that running on the Switch, they're gonna cut corners. It's not gonna look
Yeah,
as
for
good
sure.
as it does. They're gonna cut corners. That's
Okay.
fact.
But we all know that the hardcore gaming market is on the Nintendo. I mean, I can't. It's like you have Mario and you have Dark Souls 3. It's basically the same thing, really. I mean, one's
Fits right into the
Italian and
family.
one's dead.
I mean, I am glad they're trying to, you know,
they tried, bro.
they trying to get a variety of games. I'm not mad at that.
Yeah,
But that
yeah.
GameCube shit, listen, if PlayStation came out and said, oh, you know, you can buy PS3 games on your PS4, what would people say? Oh, we don't want to play them old ass games. Fuck that. But y'all hype for GameCube though, right? Oh, okay.
Like real
Okay.
backward compatibility. I wish it had it.
Yeah,
Can't
man.
wait for Dark Souls.
Also-
to sell
also came
102
out-
copies.
It's 102 copies. Yo, also they say the Nintendo Switch runs higher when it's docked.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that?
I mean, that's good. I mean, it's good.
That's the
Man,
best
I need
feeling
to
they
get
got.
some. I need to get Erica up in here, man. I need to get some Nintendo mans up in here, like Los Dreams, Blandry, like y'all.
Hi,
niggas so
everybody.
fun,
It's Obi-Wan. You're subscribing to me.
This is the only question I get, bro. What are people gonna say when the Nintendo Switch reveal January 12th, which is a month away?
Music video dropping that day too, by the way.
Okay,
Check it out.
well, I need you to add this to your music video. Are you gonna add the fact that you saw a whole bunch of ports in old games? That's all I want you to do.
I want them to announce that we're not going to have any more Wii U like droughts.
Yeah, I don't think that's.
Okay.
Yo, I have a feeling like that's not gonna happen this time.
But when
around.
was last time the Wii U
You
had?
better not for
like,
Nintendo's
a game
sake.
that we're talking
Yeah, I don't
about,
think
like,
that's gonna happen this time around.
like
Though.
a year and a half ago.
I mean, they're gonna
Nintendo-
release like they old remasters. Like, I don't know.
You think Nintendo got enough? Are you talking about first party drought?
I
or
don't want, at
like
this
just in
point,
general?
I'd be happy to see Nintendo release some games.
Oh man.
Like I said, I don't have no faith in that third party lasting too long. You know, every one of these developers be like, oh yeah, what Nintendo's making is great, and then they act like they don't know them niggas like 5 months later, like who's that? Nintendo? Okay.
Yeah, that is
Like,
really true.
They give him that Peter and Jesus treatment. Like, I do not know this guy. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
What I think is
then-
really weird about the Switch 2 is the fact that it is portable, and Nintendo already has a wildly successful and excellent portable gaming system. So why are they trying to compete with themselves?
Yeah, I made a video about that the other time. I thought
Well, it was
I feel
probably
like,
a fantastic video.
I feel like they gotta kill the 3DS, man. That's what I feel.
And they're not gonna do that.
I feel like they got to if they want the Switch to
They
be
just
popping.
they just
man.
announced a new Monster Hunter exclusively for 3DS. Like, I don't know, bro.
I feel like the 3DS, they have to move on with that, and they have to market the Nintendo Switch as their portable device. You know,
They should have given you the option to link them together somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So that is like, hey, you got that 3DS? Well, then this will be perfect for you because you can link your 3DS to the Nintendo Switch. You can cross data here. You can get these features here. You can use it as a second, whatever it is. It'll be like the Wii U, except people will buy it.
Okay, so all right, yo. So what price point will it make you drop the money? Because I'm here.
Free.
It's got to be under 250, man.
BG said, "Get the fuck out of here."
250, you generous.
Yo,
That's what I'm saying. It's got to be under 250.
Honestly, look, I feel like it has to be $250, $300 the most, but $250 is like the perfect.
I think the
can't say
most
nothing
is
about that.
300. The most.
If
Yeah,
it's
the
300,
most,
bro,
yeah.
that bitch gonna flop.
Well, actually, well, think about it. A lot of people didn't buy the Wii U, so they have all that spare change spinning around, laying around that they didn't buy the Wii U's with.
Yeah, I
Yo,
hope so.
$250 is a blessed price point. Like that's like nothing to play. Like
I'm just waiting for the day that they announce that Bayonetta port for everyone else. Like they did with Zombie U.
Ew. Oh my god.
Bella, are you excited for the Nintendo Switch?
Yeah, I think my opinion on this varies from a lot of people here. I'm picking up the Switch on day one, probably for a
that's
lot
like
of different
Nintendo
reasons
really appreciates
to
that.
other people. as an auntie, that it excites me to be able to have a new console coming very, very soon, where my nephews are just getting old enough that I'm going to be able to play games like Mario and Zelda with them on a new console that's better than what we previously have access to, and to be able to experience stuff that got me into gaming as a child to begin with, and to be able to experience that with my nephews, and to have those memories and help develop them into gamers by playing games that developed me into a gamer. And the fact that I can pick it up and take it with me when I go over to visit them, I like that is really versatile to me. And yes, there may be other things on the market that can do similar stuff, but they're not going to have the new Zelda. They're not going to have Mario. And those are games that I grew up with.
Aunties of the world, unite!
Okay, yo, Bella gets mad ratings, yo.
Hey, I'm glad the other systems ain't gonna have Zelda. To be honest with you, I mean, shit.
I mean, I want the Zelda. That's the most dead open world game I've ever seen. All these screenshots I see, and it's just Link.
Yo,
I disagree with that. I wouldn't go that. I've seen way worse open worlds.
What, on the PS1 maybe?
Yeah, Infamous Second Son.
That's Infamous is pretty bad.
That's one dead ass.
Hold on. Had more going on than
that is very disrespectful.
Infamous is trash. Facts.
Yo, don't talk shit.
No. I like Infamous.
How is Infamous
Watch Dogs 1?
All right, yo, let me talk, yo.
The crowd respond how you act in a game.
All right, yo, fucking Infamous Second Son is a beautiful game. It's a good game, but that open world is dead as fuck. There's barely any NPCs walking the streets. Factual.
I disagree with that.
Factual.
I disagree with it being a great game.
Oh no! I like the game. I think it was a dope game at launch. It was a dope game at launch.
Infamous is a great game. Those this nigga Jack. He don't know what he's talking about.
No,
say it the man that won't play The Witcher 3.
It was a good game, but
you don't like The Witcher 3 either, nigga.
No, shut up. You cannot deny the open world in that game was dead as fuck. It was dead. BG, am I lying or what?
I can't agree with that one.
I wouldn't say it was dead. It was generic. I wouldn't say it was dead.
It was for real.
It was like.
But
it wasn't interactive. None of the Infamous games were meant to be like all these places you could go within the city and do stuff.
But even
it
this
was
NPC
more like
count though. Even NPC count though.
Yeah, it could have been higher. Definitely could have been higher.
Right,
I think the main point that should be taken out of this, though, is that everybody that's talking about the same game here seems to have a slightly different opinion on whether they thought it was a good game or a bad game. And isn't that what makes video games like so diverse and so amazing? Like, we can't have everybody liking the same game, right? Yep. We're always going to enjoy different games, and that's why we need so many different platforms and so many different developers and so many different genres, because we're not all the same people. We want to play different things at different times. There'll be a game that might captivate us this week that seems boring as hell to us next week, because we're totally immersed in a new experience. It doesn't matter whether any one person thinks a good game is a good game and other people don't. If you enjoy that game, that's all that goddamn well matters, because it's your time and your money that you're putting into it.
Yo, Bella preaching, man.
Yo,
she preaching.
I'm about to talk about this trash Switch, right? So
yeah. So we done. That's all the Switch got. That's all the Switch usually got. You know, Switch gang still popping, still lit. Man, you already know.
It's gonna be real funny seeing that launch lineup. That launch lineup gonna be.
Yo, if that launch lineup is shit, I might not drop that music video.
It's gonna be
if it's lit, I'm dropping that music.
You gonna look so crazy, bro.
It's gonna be a struggle lineup.
Yo, dudes are gonna cop a Mario suit and everything. Shit's gonna be popping, bro.
It's gonna be a struggle lineup.
What?
Shit, yo, it's comedy, bro. It's comedy.
It's gonna be comedy, all right.
It will be.
All right, so 2 Neverland games released recently: The Last Guardian and Final Fantasy 15. I just want to get people's thoughts on them. First, I'll go The Last Guardian. Very dope game. Shitty ass controls though. You know, the delay controls is really annoying, but the overall experience, the graphics, the story, the puzzles in the game were really, really good. Final Fantasy 15 is my game of the year of 2016. Amazing game. That game at the end, it put me in my feelings. I'm not going to say no more. I just want to get, your guys' thoughts of these 2 games. Sam, did you play any of these games yet? Final Fantasy 15 or The Last Guardian?
No, I just wrapped up a really difficult semester. I'm just now actually getting back into some games. So Final Fantasy 15 is up next, though.
Yeah,
I'm getting on that real soon.
Definitely check it out.
That game is life.
Bella, I know you've been
111 hours.
Yeah, 111
hours.
Tell us your experience with Final Fantasy 15. Man. What do you love about it?
Gosh, that's a really broad question. So I love the open world aspect of it. Obviously, the various different missions and side missions and hunts and being able to go fishing and camping and the ridiculously over the top, super powered boss fights and being able to craft magic and the variants that you have with your different characters and all the different skills that you can upgrade, the different potions that you can craft, the magic you can give them, the weapons that you can give them, the storyline. So when I clocked the actual storyline, I'll be very careful not to give any spoilers. There, like every emotion was brought out of me as I went through that campaign, that story. It was really, really well done. Apart from chapter 13 just needs fire and a match. It was bad. But apart from that, the story was insanely good. And even after having clocked it, I've gone back through into the open world. I'm now going through and working through a lot of the side missions that I didn't work through in the other areas because I felt compelled to push forward when I was kind of put on a linear path at some points. I've gone back, I've upgraded my car so that it's, basically looks like the Batmobile and I can fly around and get to these places that I couldn't get to before. There's a dungeon that I spent like most of my day yesterday actually going through. It's a secret dungeon. And if you don't go through there with a guide, if you do it on your own, it's going to take you about 7 hours. And it's basically just one massive long compilation of various different jump puzzles that puts Destiny raids to shame. So yeah, I love this game.
Yeah, game is awesome. Rags, man, I know, man. The PC Master Race is slipping, man. No Final Fantasy. So what do you have to say for that, man?
Final Fantasy 15 is coming to the PC.
When?
Late,
next year.
probably 2017.
Oh, they announced it for real?
Yeah,
They confirmed it.
Yeah, they said they want to do the PC justice. They want to put all the work and time and effort into it.
I didn't even know that. That's so fucking lit.
Yeah, it's like with Grand Theft Auto. It's like we don't mind waiting to get the best version.
Nah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, like if you listen to the PC community as a whole, most of the time we say delay the game, like delay it and polish it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I didn't even know it was announced because I
don't
for
care.
the longest.
I think it's more like 2018, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, that's been thrown
fine.
around. It'd probably be 2018.
Also, but they said it's coming though.
Polished.
So that's why I always want console games to do really good, because a lot of them will eventually come to PC in one way, form, or another, and because I don't want games to suck.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely
games are
getting
good
on PC, man. I want to put my 1080 to work with this game, man.
Man, I can't remember the last Final Fantasy game that I played. Oh, I was Final Fantasy. Oh yeah, it was that that MMO Realm Reborn, right?
Realm Reborn.
I only did like an hour and I was done.
Yeah.
Jack, move. I would ask you, but I know you don't play such games with high pixels, so.
I don't play bad games, sir. So.
Whoa, chill. Whoa, Final Fantasy 15, a bad game?
Listen, bro. If I wanted to play Final Fantasy 15, I'd go watch an NSYNC video.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, somebody had to say it. There you go.
You're not meant to be staring at the characters. You're meant to be playing the game. Just saying.
I can't. They're so dreamy.
I know, right? Like, come on.
Yo,
the way their wind rustles through the hair and the convertible.
Yo, J-Bar, I know you've been putting in mad hours.
Where did you pull that sword from?
Yeah, man. I'm definitely liking the game a lot. You know,
game of the year so far, and you don't think so?
Oh, it's not my game of the year.
You're whack. You're whack. Get out of here,
I think the better Final Fantasy game.
Crystal Chronicles. All right.
Final Fantasy fans of this game need to play. That is World of Final Fantasy.
Is it really that good? Like.
Barry loves that junk. He's always streaming it and playing it.
He's always showing screenshots of that shit. So
that is the better Final Fantasy game, but that is not to take anything away from 15. I think 15 is an amazing game. I'm definitely addicted to it because I'm playing it right now. Just doing side missions. The story so far is really like on the average side, but the overall things that you can do. Because I'm only at chapter 5, so
okay, I see.
But that's why you need to push forward.
I thought the story was great. That shit, like any game that puts you in your feels, I feel like I just played a good game, man. Like
I'm just saying, like,
any game that can make me shed actual tears, I'm like, yeah, that was well done.
The story compared to other Final Fantasy games, it's taking long to pick up.
Yeah.
But
did you linger at chapter 3 though?
Yeah, I did. I'm
Yeah,
doing
see,
a
that's
whole-
the problem. Too many people linger too long at chapter 3 and they're not linking the story together, so it's broken and you're not getting that story and character development the
Yeah, it's
way
the
that it was
player's
intended
fault.
to be.
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't say it's like my fault. I'm just saying based off of Final Fantasy games, and I played a lot of them. This story takes very long to actually pick up. It's not saying that I don't like it. I do like it, but I'm just saying compared to the other ones. But overall, I do like the new battle system with it. I thought it was going to be something that I would feel like I would get tired of, but I'm
Very
liking it a
addicting,
lot.
man. Very
it's
fun,
very
man.
addictive. It's very addicting. I do like it a lot. But yeah, it's a great game. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Prompto a little suspect though, but
Oh, sus
Prompto
game.
is so spongy. It's not even
Yeah.
funny. I've in 110 hours and like focusing on nothing but trying to like get him to a point where he can actually fend for himself for more than 30 seconds before I
Before
can
dying.
revive him.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
still, he's spongy as hell. I'm like, dude, what are you doing in the middle of the battle? You're the weakest. Get out of here.
and his skills are so good too. Like, but he's just oh my god! I
Yeah.
give him so much accessories. I give him the Titan bangle. I give him
He still gets bodied, huh? He still gets bodied first. Yeah, I feel
It's
you.
insane. I've
Yo,
got like
B-
an accessory that I got from going through that secret dungeon that gives him like 1,000 extra HP. He still gets bodied.
Yo, BG, man, when are you gonna hop on the greatness Final Fantasy 15? Because I know you have the game.
I mean, I'll probably wait. I mean, Square Enix sent me the code, so I don't feel that that pressure to.
Yeah, right now, you're on the Last Guardian. What do you tell us about the Last Guardian? I know you're really, really enjoying it.
Yeah. So I'm probably gonna wait for that PC version of Final Fantasy, honestly.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it always
I'm
bothered
still waiting
me.
with peasantry.
Oh yeah, he
is.
kind of got you there. He
Definitely is waiting, but like Final Fantasy, like you gotta understand, like just looking at that game, I was like, yo, this joint looked like such pixelated garbage. It's different. Like at least like Watch Dogs, like I didn't wait for that. At least that looked decent on PS4.
Wait, you thought Final Fantasy looked bad? What? Wait,
Nah, Final Fantasy look great.
no, it looked great to me. Yo.
Okay, if y'all say so.
Oh my god.
He trying to back
Was
off his pony dust. You know how you do.
He trying to
He trying to
be neutral.
Yeah, he trying to throw up off. Make yeah.
Not at
You
all.
can't
That'll
fool
help
us.
if you're watching the trailer on an iPhone 3, mate.
He's trying to be neutral
You
again.
can't fool us,
I
BG.
know better than to judge it off of trailers. I have the game, like I got it like loaded up and everything. So I just don't think it looked good. Like I would rather wait for the PC version to come. But Last Guardian is good, man. I mean,
All right, so
it's-
we have two more topics I want to hit before we get out of here. Let's quickly go over the irrelevant gaming awards really quick.
Hey, the game of the real true game of the year won. That's all that's important.
Oh yeah, I know you're happy about that, Kev.
yo,
Overwatch.
listen, I'm not even mad about Overwatch winning.
I'm not
It's
mad
just-
about that either.
I'm not mad about it. Like the game is just bad. I don't know why that game gets such a that is like I'm not even lying to you. That is like
The
top
game-
5 most boring games I've ever
Such a
played in
good
my
game.
life.
It
Such a
appears
It
people
is the
with
most
ADHD.
boring game I've ever played in my life. Top 5 easily.
Jeez.
It's
Most
not gray
boring
enough.
games
It's
ever.
not gray, and there's not enough M16s.
Yo, BG, what would you rather play, Recore or Overwatch?
Oh damn.
Recore
Ooh.
easily,
Oh,
and I
shit.
hated Recore.
I actually rather play
hated
Record too. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yo,
I think
Overwatch was garbage, dog. I really don't understand.
I think Overwatch was a fun game. I don't think it's game of the year, but overall, I think it's a very fun game.
yeah, Final Fantasy Game of the Year.
Yeah,
That's-
it's actually kind of fun to watch it. Yeah.
I'm
Even
enjoying
if
it.
you
I think
didn't-
especially when you get into the competitive scene, and you can get like a team of people that actually understand.
Kev loves that
how to
shit.
play it.
Kev-
Oh, the
Kev
meta's
loves that
insane.
shit.
What
Yeah.
up? What up?
Well, here, look. With the things with Overwatch, even if you didn't like the game, I think everyone can appreciate that since a multi-platform game won Game of the Year, all the fanboys will be salty because their game didn't win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty
They're going
much.
to be upset. They're going to be so pissed because everybody
Which is-
can play Game of the Year and not just them.
Well, Xbox fans gonna be salty anyway because none of their games even got nominated.
Oh shit!
But that's better
Even
than
though Gears of War 4 should have been nominated. Just saying.
Yeah,
Here's
the
what-
campaign in
Game of
that
the
was
Year.
amazing. I think the
I
problem
really
is that
enjoyed
people took too much weight into these game awards. There's never ever for any particular group of people, there's never going to be a result in any of these game awards that particularly suits their needs. Like if you sat down and looked at all the games that you had played considering that maybe you'd played something that fitted every single different category that there was an award giving in, you would put down the game that you thought, or the development studio that you thought was best deserving of that based on your experiences with those games, right? They're never going to align with another person. Like you'd be lucky to find another person's list that would be identical to yours because it's your experience. So these game awards, particularly the ones that are run by the industry, they're never going to make everybody happy because it's never going to really align with what we felt was our greatest gaming experience throughout that year.
Well, I think they need to do a better job of explaining the prerequisites of what makes a game part of a credit, or what makes it and they need to explain more importantly why a game won. You need to explain to me and justify why Pokemon Go won Mobile Game of the Year.
I don't know.
I want you to look into my face and tell me how.
Family game.
I think it just has to do more popularity.
Yeah, it's like, Pokemon Go won. Don't like that. Pokemon. Everyone loves Pokemon, right, guys? Also, I'll be presenting this award to someone that I work with.
Revolution? Like, people were going nuts about Pokemon Go
for all of 2 weeks.
Yeah, man.
How was that the best family game?
It gets your kids out of the house.
Yeah, because
it keeps you moving and shit like that. I'm pretty sure that's why.
But you're not with your family.
Kids, go play in traffic and catch a Pikachu. Your dad and I need some fucking rest.
All right, yo, let's hit the last
gasoline type.
Let's hit the last topic. What separates Overwatch from every other game of its type? It's literally every other game.
I've never played.
I think Overwatch
guy like Overwatch.
Character design.
Nothing that is that dependent on teamwork.
Well, I think one of the reasons a lot of people don't like Overwatch is because in most other games that have class-based systems, the skills that you use with one class will carry over to everything else to a pretty decent degree. Like in Battlefield, if you're good with one class, most of those skills will translate into everything else. It's just the details that are different. But in Overwatch, there's a world of difference between a lot of these characters. You can't just swap between characters on the fly and expect to be good with it. It's a game that's easy to pick up, but it's really
not
tough.
doing any. In
Overwatch,
Overwatch,
you can't go from tank to healer.
In
Sorry,
Overwatch, I feel like I don't do anything. Like I could get like 30 plus kills.
Well, stop being Genji then.
Like I did absolutely nothing.
I mean, that's part of the thing though. Like it's a weird shooter in the sense that kills don't really matter in that game. What matters is
even winning doesn't feel like. Even winning feels like I didn't do anything. It's like the most unsatisfying.
You weren't doing anything. You got lucky.
What?
Yo, that's how I play.
I get hype when I win.
Yeah. I don't know. I've had a completely different experience of Overwatch. I think maybe it comes down to the team I play with. The team I play with work together very well, and we make it a lot of fun, and we switch up the different players that we play with, so nobody's ever sitting stagnant. So I guess it just depends on how you play it.
In the game,
and this is one of the few games where I will say where it legitimately feels different on PC and console. Legitimately.
Well, that's why Blizzard won't allow the two to play against each other.
Well, no, I don't mean it in that context. I mean, I feel like the console audience when I played it on console, because I played it on Xbox, felt completely different than the PC audience.
Well, I've heard there were statistical, actual in-game differences between the two versions based on the input and all that. I would like to actually check up on that guy, but I keep hearing that there's differences in like damage and stuff like that based on.
Oh yeah, Blizzard said they're balancing it different because, like for example, early in the game they nerfed the hell out of Torbjorn. He's not a problem on console, but like Widowmaker is a problem on PC, and she's not on console. She never has been. They nerfed the hell out of Widowmaker like when the game first came out on PC.
Well, you look at games like there were some games that I played on PC and Xbox before I fully swapped over. It didn't take long, but like Battlefield 3 was one of the last games I played on both. And Battlefield 3,
different.
Yeah, completely different. Going back to Battlefield 3, when I played on PC, and then I come back to the Xbox version, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm God. But you have like things like auto aim, for instance, like snap aiming. When you were using something like a shotgun with slugs, like that, snap aiming is a huge part of shotguns with slugs on the console. So you'll wreck with it, and then you have to actually legitimately aim at things on the PC, and so it might be different. So the way that companies might balance things based on the mechanics of the game inherent from consoles and PC, with controllers especially, it can make sense.
Mm-hmm. See, I feel like when I played Overwatch on console, I felt like even though they might have had the right pieces together to create like a good team formation, everybody was still off kind of on their own island. And you can get that on matches on PC too, but I don't find it as often.
All right, yo,
I
this
find
ain't
that-
this ain't the Overwatch podcast. Let's stop
It is
Well, it should be. It should be.
Let's stop talking about this trash.
Hey, we talked all that time about that trash ass Switch.
The iris
Talk
embraces
some Overwatch.
Yo, the gaming awards. What else we're showing, yo? We actually didn't even really go over them properly, yo. So Overwatch won game of the year.
Well, I can pull up the
Can
list.
we talk about the Razer?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Razer-
yeah, the shit. Oh yeah.
the Razer dude, and
Uh-huh.
the awkward moment between Jeff and Kojima too. The guy
Yeah,
was looking like deeply in his eyes and shit. And Kojima came on stage and said, "I love you," and I was like, just awkward as hell.
Mhm.
But
Like,
that
get
Mass
off
At
the
Effect,
that
that
point
Mass
where
Effect.
got the
Kojima
list
said
of
to
all the
his
winners.
translator, like, tell this guy I hate him, and he's like, "Oh, Kojima, he love you very much."
Yo,
Oh,
but that
Kojima.
Mass Effect though, that Mass Effect, who was impressed by that? Well,
You know, as someone who
That gameplay
has
looked good.
adored Mass Effect 1, 2, well, 1 and the 2 and 3rd were they're okay. I'm really into the lore, but I don't feel like any interest in Andromeda.
oh yeah,
First off, their gameplay designer is a fucking racist, so yeah. And 2, because
Whoa.
it just oh yeah, look it up, Manveer Iyer. He's blocked me on Twitter. You've got
Damn, everybody blocking you.
I know, right?
I know, right? So
Yeah, but how many of them have actually spoken to you? I've gotten blocked by the entire Xbox Mafia, and I don't even know why.
never. No, and they blocked my my followers on Twitter too. Like I said, JTech TV. If he blocked, he probably has blocked all of the people who follow me on Twitter. He's officially blocked.
Oh, he's probably going to block everyone on the
YouTube.
podcast.
I'm already blocked.
Oh,
Yeah, I've got more followers on Twitter than he has subs on YouTube. So
Wait, JTech blocked the pony commissioner. Come on now.
I know, right? That don't even sound right.
Oh,
Exactly.
man. Well,
I
he's not the right kind of Christian. Or I
So
mean,
what were you saying about Mass
somebody.
Effect?
Well,
You know?
Andromeda, I the way that I thought Mass Effect 1 was the best. I understand a lot of people don't feel that, but I think Mass Effect 1 was the best. I thought because it was an RPG that had guns in it instead of a gun game that had RPG bits in it. It's still one of my favorite top 10 games of all time, and it was one of the deepest for me. It wasn't a game you could just pick up and be good at. You had to actually play it like an RPG. And BioWare has this nasty habit of taking games like Dragon Age Origins and Mass Effect that they take a lot of thinking. You can't just rush in and win every fight. And then they kind of dumb it down as we go. I mean, the differences between Dragon Age 2 and 1 are...
God.
Yeah. I mean, it's a whole different game. It just shares the lore, sort of. And so I'm really afraid of looking at Andromeda and seeing how far they're downgraded it will be, or if it'll just be a generic third-person shooter game that's set in the Mass Effect universe, which is what Mass Effect 3 was. If Mass Effect 3 didn't have the lore and the characters, it would be a very generic third-person shooter.
I disagree, and this might be I will not deny I'm not a fanboy of plastic. I am a fanboy of Mass Effect, and I completely own that. I have worries about Andromeda also. I absolutely adore the original trilogy, but I don't get that same feeling that I got when I saw any of the others in Andromeda.
Yeah, I'm the exact same way. I'm like, Andromeda, what makes this different? If this game was called if this game had a name that wasn't Mass Effect, why would we care?
Exactly. And I've been waiting 5 years for this game.
Yo, Sam,
Mass Effect 2 is probably my favorite game of all time.
Fair enough.
I adore 3 up until the ending. In the ending, I'm still kind of... I'm on the fence after they revised the ending. I'm still kind of on the fence about it.
Well,
But-
I never played it again after I beat it the first time. Is it still like ABC?
Yes, but they add more context to it.
Okay.
It still throws all your previous choices kind of out the window.
Yeah, that pissed me off so much.
They add more context to why it doesn't matter. They give more context to the Star Child.
Well, I felt sad when Mass Effect 3 was over. I'm like, all the shit that we did to pull everybody together, and then this damn thing happens, and now it's like, well, fuck. It's like I felt like the catharsis I get at the end of a lot of games was not there with Mass Effect 3, and I was like, is everyone else pissed the fuck off about that? Oh yeah, they are. Oh.
Yeah.
all right, yo, Sam, what do you think about the gaming awards?
Oh, are we talking about the gaming awards in general or Mass Effect?
Yeah, just in general. What was your thoughts on it?
Oh well, before you start, if you want, I have a list of all the winners. If you want me to go through the winners, and you guys can.
Yeah, I think I remember most of them, but that'd
yeah.
probably be a good idea for all of us.
All right. Well,
Okay.
the 2016s. All right. Game of the year was Overwatch. So let's talk about Overwatch.
Oh, no,
Let's
now we
talk
talk-
about Overwatch.
Ah, glorious.
All right.
Stop.
So the best game.
So anyway,
direct-
Sam, what did you think?
So Overwatch irrelevant. Next, what's next?
Best game direction.
The
Blizzard
thing is,
Entertainment.
2016 was a really good year for gaming. That's one of the beautiful things about it, is that there were so many good games. There's no way, I don't care what anyone says, there's no way you didn't find several things that you loved this year. I mean, there was something for everybody, you know. So it was difficult, you know, picking the different nominees, I imagine, but I mean, that's been talked about. Forza Horizon 3 running away with Best Racer. I mean, that's well basically deserved. A given.
Well deserved.
That may be the best racing game of all time, honestly.
I agree.
Where's this game?
I still feel like Gears 4 should have gotten a little bit more of a nod, but I'm a total Gears fanboy. I mean, Gears of War 4 is my personal game of the year. I've
I love Gears 4, but Doom was a much better shoot.
Okay. Love for this.
Adrenaline rush in the single player. Gears is a more complete gaming package.
Yeah. All right. Continue. Let me finish.
Because I've logged like 12, 14 days, something like that, into the multiplayer and Horde put together. I'm nearing my first re-up. I'm probably going to go all the way for Seriously 4.0. You know, they do those crazy achievements in each of them, which are like almost impossible to earn. So I've really enjoyed Gears 4. I feel like it should have gotten more of a nod. But again, I'm not salty or anything because I understand why many games didn't get the nods they deserved. Because this has been a great year for gaming.
Well, I don't understand actually because they don't make it clear. And I think it's one of the big issues.
Okay. In other words,
I don't think 2015
let me rephrase that.
was as strong as 2015 either. I think 2015 had some really good spots.
I understand why some games didn't, but I agree with you. There needs to be more context. They don't explain their organization at all. Okay, I give you that for sure. I'm just saying it's not a situation where you can point to like just one game getting singled out or anything like that, because there was so much this year.
Yeah. I don't think it's meant to be unifying. It's just they pick what they pick, and we all know it's obviously everyone's gonna be different.
Yeah.
All
right. Before we get out of here, I want us to hit this neutral bullshit that I've been hearing all over Twitter. Yo, Jack, Move, are you a neutral?
No, sir, I'm not.
So what do you classify yourself, Jack?
Nintendo fanboy.
Well, this is the first gen I've only owned one console. I don't like Xbox, bro. Like I don't know any other way to put it. I fucking hate Xbox. Like, I mean, I'm sorry, it's just the way I feel. But I will say I don't agree with what some of these people are saying about filthy neutrals. But I will say I understand that there are fake neutral gamers. That is a real thing.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, a lot of people buy all the consoles when they clearly have a preference, which is nothing wrong with having a preference, but they hide behind the fact that they own everything to bash them. I can't agree with that.
Yeah. What fucking
I think having everything gives you even most right to bash something.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, but some of these Xbox guys do try to do that too, though. Like they have all consoles, but they almost clown.
But no, but they buy stuff without the intention of ever liking it anyway. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. So BG, I heard you're the filthiest of neutrals of them all, or whatever. You're like the king neutral. So what do you got to say about this neutral shit, man?
Neutral God.
Yo, neutral God, yo.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. Like I just claimed the name because I found it like real ironic that like I was called a neutral. When like I've defended like several Xbox games under a lot of scrutiny. Like an Xbox exclusive was my game of the year last year. Temporary exclusive was my game of the year last year.
You're just using that as cover.
Yeah, it's all a cover. It's all a beard. I only got rid of my Xbox One when literally there was only one exclusive left. Like I was holding out literally till the freaking like everything was breaking, like falling apart. The dam was breaking apart and I was still holding on to the point where I was like, listen, having this thing around is the most redundant thing ever. And that was the point where I sold it, but apparently I'm some type of filthy neutral.
Yeah. You know what? I'm gonna have to title you as the neutral because you think Crash Team Racing is better than Diddy Kong Racing, so I
didn't say that. I said both Diddy Kong Racing and Crash Team Racing are better than Mario 64.
I would agree with Diddy Kong Racing is better than Mario 64.
Crash Team Racing shitted on Diddy Kong Racing 64.
on
Mario Kart 64. My bad. But
yeah, you're a neutral. Samuel, are you a dirty neutral?
What on earth do you mean by that? If you mean, do I have a preference? Yeah, I mean, for crying out loud, I have a Scorpio emoji in my name. I am an Xbox guy. I love my Xbox. I grew up.
That's cool.
I was a
That's
PC
cool.
gamer before the original Xbox. The original Xbox is what got me into the console market. Before that, I was a PC slob. So, you know, I have a strong affinity for Xbox, but that being
That's
said,
cool.
I'm not going to bash someone because they don't prefer it. I mean, I own a PS4. My second favorite game this generation is Bloodborne.
Okay.
Only behind The Witcher 3, you know. So I just enjoy gaming, even though I have a preference.
Yeah,
that's what it comes down to.
that's cool. Everyone has a preference, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
I rather game on my PC. If all games dropped on the PC, I'll be on my PC 24/7. Just because the only reason why I have like consoles at this point now is because of exclusives and stuff like that, you know. So basically, I just game on I just play what I want to play at the time, or where I want to play. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the beauty of the thing, man. So
Who started this neutral bollocks? Is it that ICXM article by Dreyer?
Yeah, it was.
I seen that.
No, you know what? It was actually Mooch.
No, it was
Mooch.
Yeah,
hashtag block them all.
Block them all. Oh my god.
All right. Well, the guys. Well, that's the video I'm actually doing now. It might be done tonight. It might be done tomorrow. So if you subscribe to me and you're in the chat, which statistically, you know, so if you've got the ICXM article was, for those of you who didn't know, it was called "The Fallacy of the Neutral Gamer," basically. And it was calling, it's basically this guy. Now, this guy's quoted on Twitter as saying, here, I'm using it in my video. Let me pull it up. Dreyer Smith, who's the author of that article, said, Sony is pathetic. Their entire staff is pathetic. They deserve to go bankrupt and lose all their jobs. So he's an asshole is what I'm saying.
Okay.
Now, if you have to, and when we look at guys like Crap Gamer and Mooch, and obviously Dreyer here, they are so, and you could see this with Iron Wolf, you know, because he was not part of the fold anymore. But these communities are basically cults. They have a reliance on a singular leader. They ostracize the wrongthink. They adhere to this group thought. They basically are cults. And Crap Gamer and Mooch are the religious icons of this cult. And those two are so far down the rabbit hole of being Xbox fanboys, cheerleaders for Microsoft. And it must be immensely depressing for Crap Gamer to wake up every day and look at his ugly face in the mirror and say to himself, I'm a cheerleader for a company that hates me. But you have these, they're so into it. They're so deep down the hole that they cannot possibly see anything other than their own point of view. To them, the fact that you can prefer something other than Xbox, you're an enemy. You are fooling yourself. There's no possible way you could even see another perspective because they themselves have shut out all dissent. They live in echo chambers. They've blocked so many. I mean, the whole hashtag block it all. I've seen Mooch tell people on Twitter, if you don't block those Sony people or those PC people, I'm going to block you. So they live in this echo chamber of a universe that, of course, they think they have to invent dragons for themselves to slay because Sony's killing them because they always care about NPD, right? Sony's killing them there. Arguably, they have the better exclusives because Xbox doesn't have exclusives anymore. They're ostracized by their own company. They have to find somebody to go after. They have to find a target. And they've been going after the Sony guys and the PC guys and the Nintendo guys for so long. Now just not even having a preference is wrong. They don't have anywhere else to go.
Yo, Jay Barry, man. Jay Barry, man. So are you a neutral, man?
I'm a PlayStation neutral.
There you go.
PlayStation neutral.
Nah, I'm not a neutral, man. I've been said this when I first started my channel. Even though I had 3 Xbox Ones, you know, I had a Wii U, a DS, a Vita, whatever platform other than PC. You know, I game on, but you know, my preference is heavily with PlayStation. But I just don't understand how people are just taking a word and just creating a new definition for the word. That's my issue with the whole thing. You know, listening to what everybody's saying and the whole situation with Iron Wolf and all that stuff. That stuff is crazy to me. People say I'm a fanboy, and it's true. I'm a fanboy, but I am not that extreme. That point.
Like, I understand, like, just some people take this shit too far. Like, it's not that serious.
Yeah, it's not that deep.
It's not that serious. Like, I never really understood that. Yo, the day that you see me acting, like, strange like that, someone come and, like, snuff me with a bottle over the head. Like Like that's just crazy to me. Like people take this shit way too far, way too seriously. It's not that serious.
I do what I do, and I say what I say.
It's serious.
Not a fun, you know what I mean? That's to be
Yeah, like when you do it, like you troll. Like I see you just having fun with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like you having fun, but like
not a job.
some guys take this shit to heart, bro. Like for real. Like I see man's getting angry over this shit. I'm like, yo, this is crazy to me. It's just crazy to me.
Insiders have, told me, I know it's
bro,
the non-insane one, the non-insane ones in the Xbox community. They've told me like the ones that know them, like Mooch is actually believes the stuff he says. Like he's a nut.
Oh, he's insane.
Oh, so
he crazy for real.
Crap gamer is actually like just a troll doing it for money. He's doing it for like all money and views.
Yeah.
But Mooch is a nut. He's a nutcase.
I can believe that with Crap Gamer because every so often he'll slip up. He's like, oh shit, this guy actually sounds like he actually just likes video games.
Yo, the thing, I thought that BG, like, I don't want to spend too much time talking too much about like other niggas, but yo, I thought that BG at one point that like, yo, these guys must be just putting up a front just for like, the views and the thing. So you're saying you heard that, right? Because I believe that. I believe that they probably, when they're not on live, they're not on camera, they don't really believe what they be saying.
Mm-hmm.
I think they live it without even thinking it at this point. I mean, when you listen to Crap Gamer, he's thinking. You know what he's thinking. He's not exactly a three-dimensional individual. When you look at what he does, and when you go to his damn video list and look at his thumbnails, everything that happens, he has to look at it from the perspective of how can I make this look good for Microsoft and how can I make it look bad for Sony. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter. It could be anything. There's got to be a way to make this good for Microsoft and bad for Sony. So when he talks about, oh, I'm going to review this game, or oh, I'm going to review The Last Guardian. He's going to review The Last Guardian like shit. He's going to review Dead Rising 4 like it's amazing, and I'm because that's what he always does. Because that's what he has to do.
Yeah, at this point he has to. Yeah, at this point he has to. It's his whole persona.
I mean, what if he was to come out and say, "Oh yeah, guys, I it's like I don't really like Xbox anymore." It's like, what would happen? It would all break down, and he can't. He's at the top of the pillar with Mooch.
That's what happened to Iron Wolf. Iron Wolf, that's my man's, but that's the same thing that you just said. That's what's happening with Iron Wolf right now because he was such on the defense with Xbox. He was saying a lot of crazy things with Xbox. Now that he wants to be,
he's been years talking shit though.
He wants to be normal now, like everyone. Nah,
like to walk around waving a flagpole for years and years and years, and just go, "Oh, hang on, I'm sorry, I've changed camps," and everyone's just like, "Oh, that's fine. Come over here with all the people you've been insulting and calling." I'm not even going to say the words, like the nasty things that you've been calling everybody. Just come here. We'll welcome you with open arms. Get the fuck out of here.
Nah, if a man changes his ways, he's seen the light. Now he just wants to play games like a regular folk. I'll embrace him.
I still think he's trolling, bro.
Yo, if he trolling that side,
I think he pulling the Hulk Hogan in '96, bro.
He is 100% trolling.
He gonna pull off that PlayStation and gonna be Xbox.
He'll jump from Xbox to PlayStation to PC, back to Xbox, back to PlayStation, back to Xbox.
I want to hit this topic real quick because I was thinking about this because someone added me on Twitter about this shit, about this flip-flopping thing. Why is there such a big problem in this community about flip-flopping?
Okay, I got that right there. Look.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say the person name because I actually like the person content, but there's no problem with flip-flopping. The problem comes in to where when you're an extremist about the shit, like one day you fuck, Xbox, I hate Xbox, they can die. Okay, and then the next day you like, I fucking hate Sony. Like, bro, just if you you got to keep it cool, bro. They be going too far with the shit.
Okay, so basically, if you're extreme left, and now all of a sudden you're extreme right.
Yeah, they just be going too far with it.
That's what people don't like, right? It's
not when you're criticizing people, when you are talking down to people, when you're discriminating against them, when you are straight out bullying people over a piece of friggin' plastic. And then the following week, you're like, oh, yo, I'm all about this piece of plastic that I was just telling you should go die over, and I blocked you because you like that piece of plastic, but now I like that. No. Hey. There is no forgiving that behavior. Grow the hell up and get out of here. Come back when you're a grown-ass man. Then we can have a conversation.
What's really interesting about Iron Wolf is that if you look at his social blade, he's bleeding subs.
He lost like 300 subs, he said.
Yeah, he's
He's actually a really decent
bro,
guy.
Yeah,
really
yeah,
good
yeah.
person.
He's probably not. He's probably a cool dude. Like, I don't really judge niggas.
He
Like,
games.
I don't judge people like right off the bat or off shit. Like, if you have a scorpion in your Lego, I don't judge people like that right off the bat. And like, it's just not who I am. I'm always respectful to people I meet the first time and just see how they are. You know what I'm saying? So like, that really doesn't like bother me. It's cool if he wants to start gaming on another platform. If I don't see no problem with it. I don't think he's dropping Xbox, right? Who cares? I'm a multi-platform owner and user too, so
he's fraternizing with the enemy.
So I have a question going back to the neutral gamers now that you bring this up too, because people always say like, oh yeah, you can't be neutral, you have to have a preference. What is really the difference between these multi-platform gamers and these neutrals? I don't see the difference.
I think it's just a cop out. It's just like they're just like I said, it's looking for dragons to slay because if they don't have one, then they look worse. They have to have an enemy for them to fight to rally against in a way.
I mean it for the people like Jay Barry. I know Jay Barry said this multiple times. There's no such thing as a neutral gamer, and I have 100% disagreed with them. I truly believe I am neutral.
I think
I don't care enough
Kev,
about
you're full of shit with that
Yeah,
one.
you always gonna have a preference.
No. You have a preference.
Let me finish. No, I play on PC because the facts lie with the PC. That's just the facts. As far as to get the better gaming experience between both the consoles that I still have and my PC, the facts lie that the PC is generally a better experience.
But you prefer to play on PC, right?
Yeah, so you have a preference, right off the
terminology.
bat.
Not necessarily.
Well, here people have asked me for a long time what I prefer,
on my console.
and it swaps. The answer will change as time goes on. So there was a time when I'd be like, yeah, I'd rather have an Xbox than a PC, or an Xbox than a PlayStation. And then I was like, yeah, I'd rather have a PlayStation than an Xbox. It changes based on what's out and what the it's mostly what the companies are doing.
What they're offering. Yeah, I believe so. That's how I am.
Where the games are.
Like PlayStation, pay us more money for this service you don't need. I was like, sweet, okay, I know. I won't be It's like, no, we're gonna limit your modding in this game.
I have a bigger problem with the companies than I do the plastic. I don't
exactly.
care
That's big.
like that.
It's what the companies do and how they treat people.
Yeah, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo piss me off. Their consoles or whatever.
That's why I've said before that in this stupid, invented, ridiculous console war, that's a war that you want to lose. Because if you're losing that war, that means a company has to try harder to get your business and give you the better deal. You don't want to be ahead because
you want to lose it like Microsoft, not like Nintendo.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You want to be behind. You don't want to be. Yeah,
you don't want to be. You don't want to be Sega, right?
You don't want to be to the point of irrelevance.
Yeah. So that's why Sony can say, well, gosh, we've got all these people. It's like, we're just going to raise the price of PlayStation PSN. Yeah, because we got so many people and they'll do it. Or, yeah, we're going to limit all your modding on this. Or you can't have this. And I mean, that's what happens because they know that they've got all the people, they got all the money, and that's what they'll do. I think get away with it.
I tell people all the time, I don't have a problem with console gaming. I like console gaming. They just have to give me a reason to play my consoles more. The games that I'm seeing most of the time an appealing exclusive comes out, I'll play it. Otherwise, it's like, why should I? It's kind of like justify it. I can't really justify playing a PS4 when I know I'm going to get a better experience on my PC.
But you don't have to. You don't have to justify playing the PS4. All you have to worry about doing is playing the games that you're enjoying playing the way you enjoy playing them.
I'm not saying to like justify it to anyone else.
Get him, Bella.
But I'm saying like, why? If it's the same game, we'll look at like say Fallout 4. Why should I play it on the PS4 if I have a PC? And I know
so you have a preference. That's what
you have a preference.
That's not preference. That's just following the facts.
Preference.
That's
preference.
Because it's following the facts. It would be like Call of Duty. Why would I play Call of Duty on PC when
if you was a neutral cat on console? You would get Fallout 4 on every platform.
Nah, you have.
But if you were neutral, you wouldn't care where you played it.
Yeah, you wouldn't care. Exactly, you care, so you have a preference.
Well, no, not
period.
Well,
Kev.
I mean,
your logic don't make no sense, Kev.
I don't think it's in the same sense. I mean, if you had to choose between a platform to play Fallout 4 on, it would be the PC because the modding and the graphics and the settings.
Yeah, so you prefer to play it on PC?
Yeah, so that's a preference.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it's not fanboys.
No, wait a minute.
It's not a preference towards the PC. It's a preference toward the best version.
But this is the thing. Y'all are getting mixed up. Preference is not a bad word. Y'all making it like preference is
I don't think
fanboy.
I'm not saying preference is a bad
exactly.
word.
So if it's a better version, yeah, it's a preference.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, because you prefer, especially if you have another platform could play the same game. The moment that you choose to pick it on PC, you have a preference where you want to play it. You rather play it on PC. It's just that simple.
And there's nothing
But
wrong
it's also different to say where your preferences come from, why you build up your preferences too. I think the reasons are important. So if you're the type of person who says, "Oh, I will buy a game because it's on Xbox One and nothing else matters," that's one thing. But if you say, "I will get this version because it actually has features that don't exist anywhere else," that's a preference that's coming from something completely different.
Yeah,
and that's an educated opinion as well that you're providing feedback back to people who are actually listening to that opinion that you're providing. I think a big thing is when it comes down to whether a game looks better on PC or whether it looks better on console, as to whether you're going to get it there or not, also comes down to whether you're very much of a social gamer or not, whether you want to be in a party with people who you game with on a regular basis, whether those people happen to be on Xbox, whether they happen to be on PC. It isn't necessarily where you're going to get the most visually stunning experience possible, but it's the experience that you want to be able to have when you game, whether you want to be on that console with your friends or whether you just want to be by yourself at night playing on your PC because it's the most amazing graphics and you don't need to be chatting.
If that was the case, I would have sold my PS4 a long time ago. Most of my friends play on PC and Xbox.
But you keep your PS4 because of some of the experiences that you get on it, because sometimes your preference leans towards that, right? Or are you just letting it collect dust?
I let mine collect
dust. The only game I beat on it this year is Uncharted.
Yeah, how do I see this shit? How I see this shit at the end of the day, how I think is I don't want to miss no good games. That's how I think. I don't want to miss no good games. That's why I own everything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I rather play my preference. As soon as I built my rig and I experienced PC gaming, my preference was automatically, if a game drops out on PC, I'm getting it on the PC. I get to play at higher frame rates. I get the better resolution. I get the better textures. But if a game's not on PC, I'm not gonna deprive myself of a great game because it's exclusive on the PS4. No, I'm gonna play that on that PS4 because I don't want to miss nothing good. I don't want to miss nothing good.
When we start talking semantics, normally it's time to move along.
yeah. All right, we definitely gonna wrap it up. Yeah, we've been in here long enough to chat in it.
10 hours. Can you believe it? We started at like
we're starting
6 in the morning. Insane. Time flies.
It's 20 hours a week though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 20-hour pie. Fuck. Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I know I do my shit every fucking 2 weeks, man. I don't know.
But imagine limiting it to just Xbox games.
Oh god,
like it's not just 20 hours.
So how the fuck they
hours of Xbox games?
No, that's why they talk about PlayStation.
Yeah, I'm about to say how they just.
That's why they talk about PlayStation.
Oh yeah, Xbox is great. PlayStation sucks. I forgot. That's the double side. That's one thing that I will say about some of these guys in the CSA nominations. That's why Obi-Wan will never win because he's totally positive. He's insane, and he's probably like a psychopath.
Oh no, Mooch is going to win in the landslide.
Oh, I think so. Well, yeah, probably. I mean, he's like
shout out to
these guys around.
Still, bro.
Oh yeah.
Awards, bro. I love the CSAs every year.
Yo, let's wrap it up, guys. I know some of you guys got shit to do. Got work in the morning and all this shit. Bella, you want to do your outro?
Sure. So obviously, thank you very much for having me here today. It was very interesting hearing all your different viewpoints. And there's certainly some different opinions I've heard today about preferences that I will actually take back to our studio and provide back to them, as well as considerations as to where we are going to be putting our games in the future. It was a pleasure listening to some of the people moaning in the chat and others being very pleasant in the chat as well. So thank you very much for all of those who had stuff to say about things that they clearly know nothing about. And a big shout out to people who talk more about consoles than the amount of hours per day they play actual games on.
Ooh.
So that was great as well. Thank you.
Yeah, Bella was preaching today, yo. We gotta give her. She was preaching today. Yo, Rags, you're out.
If you want to, I've got my Twitter, Your Pal Rags. If you haven't blocked me already, you can follow me. Statistically, it is actually kind of refreshing that I live in a world where I get blocked by so many people who build up walls between me and them, who say things and run away, that it's very pleasant to come to something like this. Like, it's legitimately a change of pace. My YouTube channel is by the same name, Rags. If you would like to check it out, pile on. Other than that, it was a pleasure to be here. It was fantastic to see all these lovely faces, except for one. So there you
go. Yeah, yo, really appreciate you joining us. Much respect, Jack Move Johnny.
Just wanted to send a shout out to all y'all filthy neutrals watching, man. I appreciate it.
Get a job.
Yeah, exactly. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, Jack Move Johnny. Check out my channel if you like gaming. If you don't like it, man, I'm gonna need you to go fuck yourself. But thank you for tuning in.
All right, we got Jay Barry.
Yo, yeah, man. Thanks for the invite. Definitely appreciate it. I just want you guys to go and check out the interview that we did with Super Giant Games, talking about Pyre, the
yeah,
newest
that was dope,
game
dope.
that they're developing, coming out next year for PS4 and Steam. Really cool conversation that we had. So come on by and check that out if you can. And that's pretty much it, man. Thanks again. It was fun talking to you guys. Stay neutral, my friends.
Yeah, and we
Stay
got
neutral.
the glorious Kev the Gamer.
Already know.
The glorious Kev.
Thanks for having me again. You, of course, can follow me on Twitter, Kev Plays Games, Kev the Gamer, where I'm going to talk more about games than plastic.
I thought PC
Because I
Gamer
care more
was
about the
playing
games than the
Ooh.
plastic.
Ooh, but
Sending
we
shots,
don't play,
okay.
we don't play no games on this side. Come on, what are you talking about?
That's weird. Where did that start? The whole PC gamers don't play games things. Where did that start?
Console gamers.
Oh yeah.
I saw some forums about PC Master Race, probably.
I was like, where did that start?
Yeah, and we got Sam. Say your outro, Sam.
If you like hearing me talk about games and you want to see some of the things I have to say about it, you can follow me on Twitter at Samuel Talbert, all lowercase. Sometimes I write for Real Game Media. I put a few articles out for them every now and then. And then again, I'm a co-host on the Basement Radio Arcade podcast, which goes live 9 p.m. Wednesday
Dope
evenings
podcast.
Eastern Standard Time.
Dope. Definitely check out Brap. Shout out to Brap. Great podcast. And we got the gaming god. Say outro, homie.
Hi, I'm Rex. It was good to be
Oh,
here,
my
everybody. I'm glad y'all stopped
Boy,
by.
if you
I had
don't
a
know
lot of
your
fun.
place, listen, you could be my disciple, all right? Fall back.
He'll get the newspaper.
Yeah. Weapon Wheel Podcast at 6 o'clock Saturdays.
Yeah, Weapon Wheel podcast, lit podcast, always entertaining.
Trash Wheel Podcast.
Trash Wheel podcast, lit podcast, always entertaining. Haven't missed the episode. BG hasn't sent an invite to me.
Yo, episode
Like,
7.
in like 100 episodes, but it's all good because he's always up in here too. So mad respect. And before I leave, I would just like to thank everybody watching. We got our most viewers this episode, so I really appreciate it. On your way out, please hit the thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. And yeah, man, we'll be back. Press Start Podcast I'm lying.
Whoa,
Monday, bi-weekly, 8 p.m. Eastern time zone. Sorry we were late. What's it called? Man's had some shit going down at work and shit. So sorry we were late. So don't worry. Next podcast will be on time. And yeah, I'll check you guys out later.